Hello and welcome to my stream. Tonight we play more of Golden Sun The Lost Age. And last time, even though it's been a while, I do still remember that we were exploring the world trying to find a ship because we need a ship to get to the next lighthouse. I still think the next one is the Jupiter lighthouse because it doesn't make sense for us to head to the Mars lighthouse as the group or the party that has the Mars star is still like Isaac's party, and as my party right now is like completely different with Jenna on it and also Sheba and then Felix. And then possibly that one character that we have met, I think last stream too, Piers, right? I was kind of thinking that eventually Alex would be the fourth party member, but by the way the game is sounding like or looking like, it's probably going to be Piers, especially because he was on the menu, or like maybe I should say we had the option to like name him differently, right? So maybe he's one of the protagonists of the game. And his plot has started last time as he was captured and kept as a prisoner. Now I don't remember where exactly, I'm not sure if it was in the previous city in Madra or if it is in the city that we need to explore right now, Alhafra. But basically last stream we were exploring those cities because we were looking for a ship. So was Alex as well, although Alex could also not find anything. But the rumors are that we can find a ship in Alhafra now. And we crossed the Yampi Desert, and then here we are in Alhafra. I'll need to explore the city today, talk to everybody, remember what am I doing in this game too, because it's been a while. But overall, I believe that's what's going on in the game so far, right? And there is also one thing about pirates that I believe that Madra was attacked by pirates before, but then there was a situation that they were not sure if they were following, let's say, the pirates leaders plot, or like if the pirates that attacked Madra were actually following orders or if they did that by themselves. So basically what I'm trying to say, or at least that's what I think that's happening, is that the citizens of Madra are unsure if the culprit from the attack the city got was the pirates leader, and I think his name was Champa if I'm not mistaken, or if it was something more like a rebellious group of pirates that may not follow Champa's orders, right? So it's more like a side group or something. But they were actually blaming Pierce for that attack too, because they thought that Pierce followed Champa's orders, and actually they have nothing to do with each other. I think they also suspect that Piers was evil because he can use magic, right? Water magic, to be more specific. So, yeah, we also should be trying to prove that Piers is innocent so they can leave him free. And also there was like a maybe the elder from Madra, if I'm not mistaken. He was traveling to Alhafra maybe to both find Champa and also to find an evidence that would free Pierce from prison, right? Or from the prison. Yeah, he was also traveling to Alhafra. We actually helped that caravan and also his son. His son was also there in that party, and they are kind of trying to believe in Pierce, while the citizens of Madra, they were kind of like, no, blame him already, or like he's a culprit and everything, right? So let's see how things will be like tonight, or if some of those situations will get to an end. I just do hope that we can get a ship, because having the chance to explore, especially if the game allows me to do it, especially going back to previous locations or cities or continents, I would love that, as I still have unfinished side quests, I have genies to collect, and then I will totally need a ship for that. It would be awesome, especially because this game is really following the steps or the story of the first game right away. So even though for, let's say, um, for the beginning of an RPG story or like for an RPG game, you normally don't get a very good transportation device, right? It's not normal for you to get something like that soon because the game will have some sort of linearity that they want you to follow so the plot can develop properly. But as this game is like a straight up sequel to the first game, that plot has already been there. So I'm like, game, come on, give me a transportation device because you don't need to give me that only by the end of you, right? But let's see if we can finally find that and get that, and also check where will I be able to go back to or actually reach as well. Who knows? Maybe they won't allow me to go back, only to proceed into other areas because unfortunately sometimes the game also locks me on some things like I try to leave a city and then one of my party members say, hey, that's not the direction to the next spot, so why are you doing that, Isaac? Or like in this case, Felix. But yeah, let's go for it. I need to remember about everything and hopefully we can maybe complete our party, maybe help the citizens of Alhafra, maybe find Champa and see if he's a culprit or not, and also see more on both Alex because he has been very mysterious since the beginning of this game, and also see more on Piers. So let's go for it. Okay, so our last save spot is this one. Our save slot, right? Hopefully that's the ship that I can get. Let's talk to everybody again, right? So we can have a refreshing city exploration. Welcome to Alhafra. This is the largest town in Western Osenia. You can find anything you need in here, unless you need a boat. That's not a very good start. That is... I mean, maybe there is only one, but we can convince them to get it to ourselves, right? This guy's probably wondering about that boat sitting down at the pier. We are. It still floats, but I don't think it can move. Maybe because it needs the black orb or something. That is in Mafra, right? Actually, not Mafra. Madra, that's the city's name. I kind of combined Alhafra with Madra and created the city of Mafra, right? No. It is in there. It was with the elder's wife, if I'm not mistaken, right? So maybe if we finish, I don't know, the meeting between this city's mayor, elder, ruler, emperor, whatever they want to call him, with the elder from Madra, maybe after that meeting they can make amends and decide that, oh yeah, that ship we can give them to this group of travelers, and then we also would give you the black orb, and then the black orb would activate the ship. So something around those lines is what I'm expecting to be happening. Let's check this first. I'm sorry in case I may have explored something on the city already because I do not remember, but I will do it again pretty quickly, right? Interesting that I cannot read that because that's totally like a text on the wall. Yes, I cannot read that. In the middle of Osenia, there is a terrible village where they worship a fallen and vengeful god. I do kinda remember this dialogue. I probably had some sort of theories about that, right? I was even wondering if that wouldn't be Lemuria, the ancient city where Isaac is trying to get to. The people of Garrow brought the curse upon themselves for worshipping their wicked god. If I'm not mistaken too, I could be. Garrow is the other continent that has like frontiers, or that borders Osenia. How is the other continent? The one from the previous game? Oh my god, Angara was the first continent, then the second one, I will need my notes. The second continent was Gondowan, wasn't it? I remembered it as I touched my paper. Yes, I think it was Gondowan. And then now we have Gondwan and Indra. Is it Indra, this one? I kind of want to believe that's it. Oh no, never mind. Maybe Indra was only the region, right? Like the region where we started this game. And then like Dyla was in Indra. But yeah, maybe it is. Maybe everything is Osenia. I can't remember. But like Gondwan, Osenia, and Garo are probably the three continents that now are close to each other with like borders, right? That you can go from one to another. That's what I'm trying to remember now. So the people of Garo, which is more to the south, according to my memory, brought the curse upon themselves for worshipping their wicked god. Okay, eventually we'll know more about that. I should heal myself though, and I can do it with Cure Well. There we go. It looks like this well doesn't get a lot of use. I guess it's because it's so far from the main part of town. It is not that far, come on. Those men didn't look like they were from Osenia. I wonder what business they have in Alhafra. Wait, who are you talking about? Do you mean the pirates? Do you mean us? We may not be from here indeed. If this guy is looking to buy a boat, he's looking in the wrong town. I already sold the last boat in town when it had a broken mast. We are taking care of some people whose house was destroyed by the tidal wave. But they're just so demanding. My wife feels so overwhelmed that she can't take it anymore. I mean, maybe some of those people you guys are taking care of, they could also help you with your chores, right? I just wish that old man would stop pestering my wife all the time. Oh. Okay, you should maybe have a conversation with him. With all these demanding house guests, I feel like I have lost control of my own house. I kinda feel you when we get guests in our houses. Which tomorrow I should be doing some house cleaning because I'm like postponing that forever myself, but tomorrow it would be like the best and final day for me to do it. So I do hope I can do it. I don't mind helping people in need, but I won't be taken advantage of. What are you cooking? There is a seafood pie baking in the oven. That sounds bad. Because I can't do seafood. Its reputation for having a fragrant smell precedes it. Yes, especially because it smells, so I'm not down for that. And when we lost our house in the tidal wave, the master of this house offered his home to us. But living with another family isn't easy. They are absolutely exhausting. Is this how a young bride treats her husband these days? Back in my day, we were never like that. Aren't you thirsty, my dear? Oh, you are right, dear, I am, so let's all hydrate, shall we? I should be drinking more water, actually. It is still something that I should be doing to improve my health. Oh, there he goes. And he goes for like asking for some tea, not even water. Sorry to bother you, but we would like some tea. Are you talking to me? If you want tea, you can go right ahead and fix it yourself. Yeah, good attempt, buddy. Well, I say, it seems the lady of the house is no lady at all. All I ask is for a little tea and I get that behavior? Or like, and that's the behavior I get? I just want to get out of this in-hospital house and back into my own sweet home. This is the item shop. What about these two right here? Right after my boat got crushed, a group of men came by asking if I had one for sale. They were pretty swarthy, I have never seen that word in my life. Like they might have been sailors or something, maybe pirates. Those guys looking for a boat sure were in a hurry, I wonder why. Me too actually, maybe they are trying to escape from Madra's soldiers? After that one incident? Hey, at least I was able to unload that boat with the busted mast on them. I hear that the tidal wave knocked Indra into Osenia, is that true? Yes, we were in Indra first, right? So maybe it's like 4 continents, even though I don't think Indra was a continent. Really? It's just so hard to believe, you know? Or I can be wrong, maybe Indra is a continent where we started, then oh yeah. Never mind, Indra was the first continent, wasn't it? Not only that one region that had Dyla. And then we did cross the border. So maybe the 3 continents that are connected are Osenia, Indra and Gondwan. But what about that one that they mentioned earlier today, right? I kinda felt like there was even another continent more to south. Maybe I should study the map again after this exploration. Still, that would explain the massive jolt we felt right after the tidal wave hit. I just can't believe a single tidal wave could cause an entire continent to move like that. But I used to be able to see Indra to the north of us, and it's definitely not there. I mean, it is still north of you, but like closer, right? Not as an island or something. Who's this in this statue now? I couldn't check it. Those guys who bought the boat looked kinda shabby. But I hear they paid the mayor a whole wad of cash for it. Not sure if it is wad or wad, but I'm trying saying wad. Okay, let me read your mind. Why would anyone pay so much for a broken old boat? I know I shouldn't be so suspicious, but there is something odd about them. Seasonal veggies boiling with some lamb meat. I could just take the seasonal veggies. The oyster seasoning is really tempting my tummy, not mine. More seafood, and I'm all no for seafood. I don't care if it was broken, the mayor shouldn't have up and sold the town's only boat. I wonder if the mayor will use that money to repair our poor town. Or maybe he can use that money to buy more boats, or a better boat. We found an elixir. For example, now that there are almost no boat or ship available, you can pretty much raise its price like crazy, you know, and profit a lot from selling it. And then when the situation gets better, or like when things slow down, then you can use that profit you just got for selling that boat and buy more boats. Also, hi Nubble, what's up, man? What a way to rob that family of their only elixir, you thief. Oh, man, I have been doing this since Final Fantasy IX, right? I mean, of course I have been doing that since the first RPG ever that I have played in my life, but I say since Final Fantasy IX because that's when the chat started accusing me of being a thief. Even in the first stream, I was traumatized after that. I entered the house, I stole their, let's say, lost coins and savings from one of the drawers they had in there in that house. And since then, nobody looked at me as an innocent person. Look at you, accusing me of that too, right? I know, man, I know, but I gotta do it. Because, at least, I'm normally the hero of the world in the RPG games I play, right? So, if the guests or people or citizens, they don't help me like directly, they won't mind if I get that help that I need from them myself, right? Even if it goes for like getting their items, their stuff, their money. But you are right in the end though, that's not right. But it is RPG logic. But what's up, man? How's it going? Let's see what's in here. Alhafra cave. This is a prison then. Everything's so boring in here. Why doesn't anybody do anything criminal? Wait, what? That guard is kinda odd, right? He wants to see crime happening? Which, by the way, reminds me that after today's stream, I'll be watching this one TV show, or Brazilian TV show, that's about real Brazilian crimes. And they always go for some polemic cases, many of them that still have an unfinished solution, or like that the culprit is like wanted, you know, and then they ask for the help of everybody to call them in case they know anything about that case, or if they have seen that person, you know, to like help the police to like arrest the person. Yeah, that show was a show that used to traumatize me as a kid and also many Brazilians. But today, now that I'm not too scared of impactful crimes that much anymore, it is a fantastic show. This reminds me of the intro of Epic Battle Fantasy IV. I have never heard about that game before, man. And I'm actually surprised there are 4 games of that franchise, right? Because I haven't heard of one. Since 3 people saved the world, no one would try to stop them from stealing whatever they wanted because they were the heroes. Wait, so is it because they saved the world in the 3rd game? Like, how would the NPCs know that they saved the world? I'm guessing it is a continuing story, right? But yeah, I've never heard of that in my life. But don't you think it's kinda fair? I just think that, for example, if the citizens of the cities, they know about the heroes already, every time the heroes get to the cities, they should have like a celebration, a party, they should have some sort of reception, and then, you know, offer them a cozy room for they to stay, and then some like equipment, armors, items. I actually think I have seen that happening in Dragon Quest, but like the anime. Not really the game, because I still gotta play Dragon Quest myself, right? And it's funny because even in that one anime, there were a group of imposters of the heroes that were pretty much doing what they were doing just to take the treasures, the rewards from like faking the heroes, right? So they would travel around the cities, pose that they are the heroes just to get the food, the items, the money that the citizens were saving to give to the heroes, right? But they were not the heroes. And then in one of the episodes, like one of the cities they were at got attacked by monsters, and of course they ran away, they couldn't save the citizens, and then the citizens realized that they were imposters. But thankfully the real heroes came in to rescue, right? Or for the rescue. But yeah, I have seen something around those lines too, but in an anime. Unless it also happens in a Dragon Quest game, but then only the future will tell me. I do plan to play something like that soon. Although my soon now is like, I don't know, maybe in the following 2 years? As I also have other games in mind. And then in line too. So I don't know why there are so many outsiders in Alhafra now, but it's bound to be in trouble. So there may be 5 or 6 games of epic battle fantasy. It sounds like a PC game, or is it still, I don't know, a console game too? But 1 through 3 started as as Flash game, so I was right about my guess of they being a PC game, right? That they got ported to Steam. As far as I know, it's one long story starting in 3. Okay, so it does make sense if the world remains being the same, and then they know about the heroes, right? Although 1 and 2 didn't really have a story. Okay, so it was something more open for just to people to enjoy the gameplay of it, unless it is also with an online feature, right? It could be that. Also, hi Yoda, what's up, man? There were there were fake hero parties in Tales of Symphonia? Fake hero parties? Wait a second. I played Tales of Symphonia, but I actually don't remember that anymore. Fake hero parties. Yes, that completely vanished from my mind. You were talking about the first game, right, Yoda? Not the sequel that I still haven't played. I don't remember those fake heroes though. But you know what? I kinda have the feeling I did bring up this thing about Dragon Quest before, so maybe it was when I was playing Tales of Symphonia that I was mentioning those characters from Dragon Quest, the anime, that they were fake heroes, imposters, right? That story sounds familiar for me to be saying it in here, like a deja vu, but then I really don't remember how the fake heroes were in Tales of Symphonia anymore. It was a single player game only, without a story? So probably the gameplay was great, or like the adventure, right? But it sounds weird that there wasn't a, let's say, good plot behind the game. Don't you think that those keys are very easy to steal, guard? Is it because you really want to see some crimes happening in the city so you can do something? But I can't get those keys for some reason. That crate right there doesn't look normal, right? Probably there is a Psy energy that I can use to do something about that. Is that a picture? Let me check them then. Let me see if I can remember them. Oh. Okay, I kinda do remember that a little now. It was in was it called Altamira? It was something like that, right? The city that had the docks and like a port. I remember that a little now. Maybe I'm wrong on its name, but something like Altamira? Or maybe Costa something? If I'm not mistaken as well, spoiler alert, that city got destroyed. Or attacked. Or something bad happened to that city. But it's been a while by now, right? Oh wait, let me fix this. There we go. Let's proceed to the item shop. Welcome, we have just the gear you need. Herbs, antidotes, elixirs that we stole from one house, and sacred feathers. No, we don't need any of those, I think. Right? Or do I need something? You know what? Maybe I need something because this party has like a... a different inventory than my previous party in the first game, right? But I have 9 herbs, I think that's good. And then 7 with Jenna, you know what? We are fine. 1 and 2 also played very differently from 3 onwards. That sounds like Persona. Personas 1 and 2 were very different than the third game and beyond. The first 2 games you were max level? Doing a boss rush trying to reach the end with limited funds and chances to buy items. And 3 onwards it became a more traditional turn-based RPG. Wait, when you say boss rush, do you mean it was not turn-based? No, everything was turn-based, right? Because I was kind of thinking 1 and 2 were more action-based. Don't mention the tidal wave to the other merchants. It did a lot of damage and we would really just rather not talk about it, you know? If all my goods were damaged by sea water, they would be useless. I would have to throw them all away. Yeah, most of your items probably, but maybe some of them could still have some uses, you know? If you just dry them or something. For example, those herbs, you could use those herbs to, I don't know, fertilize soils instead of trashing them away, you know, to plant new herbs. That's a recycle option. I'm lucky the wave missed my shop. Okay, so it was also turn-based, but it was a constant battling rather than exploring a world. Okay, so that explains why there wasn't a plot, right? So I'm guessing that those 2 first games were somewhat successful and then the creators decided to go and make a better game for the third with a plot and everything. And it sounds like it was even more successful as they proceeded to have 5 or 6 games in the franchise, right? But then, do you know what's the plot about, Nubble? It looks like some kind of seafood soup. I would starve in this city because everything is seafood related. Which makes sense, as it is like a coastal city, so of course they fish a lot. But I don't eat any of that. It smells like the ocean, I would rather leave that in the ocean. Because the ocean itself is not edible, right? Okay, so I checked that, it's a prison, this is the item shop. I think I checked those 2 things too, right? And also I checked that house. Then up here we have the armor shop and probably the weapon shop. Ask me anything about armor. Let's see what you have. He has the leather armor. Is this better to my party? Let's see. Not really. Travel vest. No. A robe. It is better to those 2. Okay, what else do you have? Okay, then we go to something more simple. So let's go for the robe and give it to Jenna. We're getting more game tickets. Yeah, Felix can have that. And then also Shiba. Okay. So who needs a shield? No one. But the gloves or the leather gloves are better to everybody. What about the bracelet? No. And the helm? Okay, the helm is better to Felix. Oh, he can't carry anymore? Wait, go back in there. No. Sell his hat? What is it? The leather cap, yes. And then we buy the helm. Yes. Then we go back to the gloves. Oh my god, really? Who was the person saying that this game got like improvements on like the inventory or like the genie mechanics that would make you know, things easier to organize? I'm not seeing that still. Well, at least we can do it to Jenna. That's getting another game ticket, sure. And also Shiba. There we go. Next, we are selling. Where is it? It's not the boots. It's not the shield, right? Maybe he can still wear it, but he just doesn't have an extra slot. So you know what? Let's not sell anything, but I will do some organization in here. Let's give that mint to Shiba, and now he can have that, right? The gloves. There we go. Yes. Oh no, so it swaps with the shield. Never mind then. The third one is free on Steam? It's for free, really? In the third game, they befriend the second game's final... Interesting? That's a spoiler though, but as the first two games they don't have a story, then that makes a little bit of sense, I guess. Like, it's not like a big deal, but it's still a surprising decision in my opinion, that they befriend the second game's final boss, and then they find a corpse, or they find a corpse that steals all of their levels, like a curse? It also steals their magic and equipment and end up saving the world from the BBEG. I'm not sure what is BBEG though, that they wanted to kill out of spite for doing that to them. Oh, big bad evil guy, okay. Wait, so is it this simple, or am I not following something? Basically, you were telling me, or at least I understood it this way, that they get the final boss help to find and to beat, right? This one corpse that stole all of their goods, and then in the end they save the world by beating this same corpse. Wait, corpse, right? It's just like that. And then in the fourth game, they are notorious criminals? But no one does anything about them since they save the world until a fourth character goes out searching for them and forces them to help them out. So they become the bad guys? Maybe because they got power up to their heads and then they, you know, started thinking they can rule the world or something? And then I'm also thinking that another threat has happened to the world, and then this one fourth character needs their help to face this threat. But you know what? Those are some interesting plots, like simple still, but interesting on the way they do. They do it not in a, let's say, regular or common way. It's not in every game that you can befriend the final boss. And also that the heroes become the bad guys, right? So they were a little bit bold on that decision, so I appreciate that. It doesn't sound that ordinary, maybe that's the word I was trying to remember. Now let's check our weapons. We have a long sword, the broadsword, the hunter sword, an axe, and a mace. Let's see. I can buy this. It is better than the pirate sword, but doesn't the pirate sword has an ability? I wanna check my pirate sword first. It does have an ability, right? It even looked cool. Yeah, it unleashes Dreamtide. I wanna keep Dreamtide, it looked so nice. But what about the girls? Maybe I can give them something? Like the Light Blade. Yeah, that sounds like a good change. A short sword, sure. Okay, changing the weapons was easier than the armor. By the way, Nubble, I don't know if you use or if you would be using this that much, like Pokemon Home, but finally you can now transfer Pokemon from like Pokemon Go, Pokemon Sword and Shield, and Pokemon Legend Arceus into Pokemon Scarlet and Violet through Pokemon Home, right? Yeah, me and my friend, we were waiting for that because I did use Pokemon Home for a while, and then I did get some shiny Pokemon, some legendaries and all, even though I don't have any of the Switch Pokemon games, but I gave this friend like those Pokemon that I got from Pokemon Home just by doing like Wonder Trade and GTS and stuff. And then now he can finally get those Pokemon through his game. So it took like the Pokemon Company a lot of time for that to happen, but it finally has happened. The mage is the only lawful good member of the original three. The sword user straight up says it took him forever to steal all of the swords used in the first two games. Man, he was stealing all of the swords that he had? So he's more like an antagonist, right? Not necessarily a villain, but totally an antagonist. I know it's about time we got Gen 9 support, true, right? Anti-hero. Yeah, maybe anti-hero is even better than antagonist, that's true. Antagonist is like the... Wait a minute, I'm getting confused now. But antagonist is like the person that makes the hero's job harder, but not necessarily like a villain, you know? Or would it be an anti-hero though, but... Oh, okay, never mind. So anti-hero would be the one that makes the protagonist's job harder, but not necessarily a villain, right? So the antagonist is bad. So the antagonist is the villain. It's just because I was kind of thinking that antagonist and anti-hero was kind of like the same thing, you know? While the villain was the bad guy. And he still is, but... But now from your definition, antagonist is the villain, basically. Let's talk to these two sellers too, right? That tidal wave may well wash out both my business and the weapon shopkeepers. It doesn't matter how well crafted a suit of armor is, if you soak it in seawater it's junk. All my furs are ruined, all my steel is rusted, it's nothing but garbage now. Anti-hero is more that they don't fight for either side, they fight for themselves. Oh, okay. It's more like a complex character. We were hit by a wave so strong that it swept homes off their foundations. So they are neither inherently good nor evil. And then that's what differs them from the antagonist, right? Because the antagonist would be the one that... I mean, the antagonist would be the villain. And then the protagonist is the hero, and then the anti-hero is more like they are doing their own thing for their own objective. So it's kind of like in the middle, or like in the half of it. they can, I don't know, at sometimes helping the heroes and at sometimes helping the villains just to like please themselves for their own objectives. You know what? Maybe now I did get it. Yeah. Yeah, basically, there we go. What's worse is that all my best weapons were washed out to the sea. Losing all of my most expensive items may well ruin my business entirely. Our port was ruined by the tidal wave, so kids aren't allowed there anymore. But all I want to do is just see what kind of wind is blowing in off the sea. By the way, Noble, I know that you haven't been, or at least if you were, then you were probably lurking. But I'm guessing you probably haven't been, or hasn't, right? No, actually I said it right. You probably haven't been to the Roller Coaster Tycoon streams. But I'm curious to know if by any chance you have checked out how that park has been progressing on, as it was like with that Pokemon idea, you know? And in the last stream we were finishing the Ice Gym coaster, and we also worked on the water and fire coasters. And especially the ice coaster, it's looking amazing. And I don't know, in case you are curious about to see how is that park looking like, I do recommend like just checking very quickly. You don't need to like watch the entire thing. How is that park, that Pokemon park looking like? You have sadly missed most of those. Don't worry about that though, we are still working hard on like those ideas and on those models. We are now missing 3 more types to work on, and they were kind of decided already. They are going to be Ghost, Ground, and Fairy. Yeah, we are only missing 3 more big coasters like that. And I also thought of, or maybe I should say, I also decided on which coaster models I would be going for each one of those types. But then of course I need to see if the ideas I have gotten will actually look good or actually work out for the level's objective. But the Ice Coaster, man, that was a masterpiece. And that made me very happy because ice types are one of my favorites. Just after the Dark type. I don't know why they won't let us kids go down to see the dog. I wanna see what kind of damage the tidal wave did. I almost streamed Roller Coaster Tycoon yesterday, by the way, but I was very tired and it was also super rainy outside, so I was like, you know what, this is some anime mood weather, and then I decided to get some rest and also watch Naruto. It is still kinda cloudy outside too, but it's getting better, like the weather will go back to sunny, at least for the weekend. And then I also felt less tired, but I still have some parts of my body hurting thanks to Pilates and also the quad ball or Quidditch training on Sunday that finally had, let's say, a somewhat good amount of people there. We were in a party of 5, right? Yeah, we were 5, so we could do some more training, you know? And it was challenging, especially because I have never had like a real match, which still didn't happen, but we were kind of training some more complex moves, right? And strategies in Quidditch. So I felt very lost for some parts. I was even, you know, running after the wrong ball. But I was like, oh yeah, I should not go after this ball, it's the other ball and everything. I got very lost. I also realized that I have no... I'm not sure how to describe this in English, but I have no body presence. Basically, there are some sports, for example, rugby, or American football, or hockey even, you know, that you need to have some, I don't know, body, you gotta have some body moves for it to like steal or grab the ball or dodge the ball or something from the other team. I don't have that ability. So when I need to, for example, steal the ball from another person, I don't know how to do that because I would need to be closer to them or like to have some body contact to them that I'm not used to. So I struggled a lot on that. Um, but it's something that I need to develop on myself if I want to become a better player. Because this one sport also has a lot of like body presence, and I might need to tackle some people too, and then I'm not used to that, you know. I'm scared to hurt myself, to hurt the other person. I don't know. It's really heating up in there because it is finally getting to summertime for you all, right? Which is great, actually. I hope you guys can enjoy that summer vacation time, right? In here, we had a rainy week, which was good too for a change. We were getting many hot days as well. But now the rainy week is ending, so in this weekend it's going to be all sunny and bright again. But I'm pretty sure by the middle of this month we are back to some rainy season because that's how June normally is in here. That's why you sign waivers. So any injuries you sustain cannot be held against the people hosting the sport. Well, there were no waivers in this training, but I actually did get hurt now that you are mentioning that. But I got hurt not because of the other players. I got hurt because of like not actually knowing or paying attention on the, let's say... Okay, let me explain the whole situation from the beginning, right? I have been training Quidditch, or something very close to Quidditch, as you can't really fly on brooms in real life, right? And even though we don't have the brooms, or like we don't hold real brooms, we hold, let's say, tubes that kinda simulate or replace brooms, right? And those tubes are plastic, basically. But they can still hurt. So in one of the training moments of that one day, of last Sunday, they were trying to hit me with a ball, and then Quidditch is like a mix of handball and dodgeball, right? So basically I was training the dodgeball part of it. So I had to avoid that, because if I were hit by that ball, I would be out of that game. Like, or at least I would need to reset myself to go back to the game. And you do that by running to the goal and touching the goal. So yes, for me to not get out of the game, then I had to avoid that ball. But when I was avoiding it, I totally forgot that I was like holding a tube or like a pipe in between my legs. So I went down with my body, and my chest is scratched the whole tube, right? So basically I was scratching my chest with that tube. Thankfully it was not like a deep cut or anything, it was just a scratch, but it was like a long scratch, and I was able to avoid the ball. But next time I'm like, I don't know, dodging it or something, I need to be careful, because I gotta also have some coordination to not hurt myself with that one tube. That now I learned that it can hurt me and maybe the other players too, right? Not as bad as what I was thinking, but still sounds painful. Yeah, thankfully it was not too bad. But yes, I did get my chest always scratched, right, by that one pipe or tube. And then after these days it's still healing, but it's recovering well. Yeah, maybe in a couple more days it's like fully back to normal. But I was very unlucky regarding my body this weekend, right? Because on the same day I decided to sit under a shelter to protect myself from the sun or like from the heat, and I accidentally was like next to a ant house, or ant hill maybe it's the English word, and then I was eaten and bitten by the ants. And boy, those ants were terrible, because I still have the freaking ant bites right on my leg. So that was awful too. And on that day they were like huge boils thanks to the freaking ants, right? And surprisingly, I was the only one bitten by them, even though there were more people sitting kinda close to the ants, but I was the first victim to let everybody know about the ants. And yeah, that was also a big shame. Were they fire ants? I did not think they were fire ants though. But I was also not expecting that for their sizes, because they were very little, they would really destroy my leg. And they were not many ants, you know, at least I could only see like 3 ants on my leg by the time I noticed they were eating me or biting me. And then when I finally paid attention to my leg, there were many bites. And it's funny how it's still there. But of course it's healing, but it's still, you know, something that damaged me more than what I thought. I was thinking you wrecked yourself by accident. Wait, wrecked myself? No. but I was not really paying attention to the pipe, you know, so I kinda... It could have been so much worse, like you said, but thankfully it did not, I don't know, stabbed me, you know. It could have been a stab if I were not even a little bit careful about my dodging action. But I have been hearing some stories from them, like from the players of Quidditch, and they have been saying that there are many people that get very hurt, like people that break an arm or break their hand. You know, there was one person that hit their head, actually their face, on the other person's chest, and then after the game the person like raised their shirt to look at their chest, and then they could see like the nose mark and the mouth mark of the other person's face, you know. It is, like I was saying, a sport that has a lot of physical contact that I'm not used to that. So I'm still very shy in the game. I'm still like just raising my arms trying to block people passing the ball. But then the players are like, no, you need to come at me. You need to come at me or you're not going to get the ball. And I'm like, but I don't know how to do that. I have never played sports that I need to, you know, tackle the people. So yeah, that's going to be something for, let's say, the next months. Yeah, it's crazy, right? But thankfully, the one position that I will train the most, or at least I hope I will become that, because honestly, in the last training, I was training more... I was training the one exercises to become an attacker the most. So basically, I needed to like aim correctly and throw the ball into the rings, right, from Quidditch. And then I was doing a fantastic job regarding that. I was with a very good aim, and then I was getting to the rings many times. But of course, when I was standing still, when I'm running and in a movement, then I'm bad, because then I lose my concentration and my focus, and I can't really aim correctly. But yeah, I was kind of doing a good job for like aiming and then throwing the ball into the rings. But I was not really planning to be an attacker. My dream, or like goal in there, is to become, I don't know what's this position in English, I don't remember, but maybe a batter. That's my guess, that's how it's called in English, a batter. It's basically the dodgeball part of the Quidditch game, right? You need to throw the ball into the other team's attackers to try to immobilize them or stop their games. Because if you hit them with the dodgeball, then they will need to go back to their goals, touch the goals, and then they can return to the game, you know? So, as I'm trying to be like a dodgeball player, kind of, then I may not need to have a lot of physical contact, I think. But I'm not sure. Because I can kind of try to just, you know, throw the ball from distance or something. We'll need to see how that goes. But it was fun because finally we had like 5 people in there in that training, right? Before that, the max amount of people that I have been to in those trainings were 3. So having 5 did give us more action and more things to do. Hopefully it stays like that and maybe even more people join us little by little, right? And also it was super exhausting because, yeah, we were under the sun. I was running from all sorts of places, throwing those balls too, and then I did get tired that day. And then on the next day, my legs were all hurt too. Not only because of the ants, the freaking ants, but of course because of the exercises. But I'm not complaining, I'm loving that. I was saying that in the beginning of this year would have been my, or that would be my physical health based year, and it's been basically that. It's Pilates, it's Pokemon Go here and there everywhere, like many days if not every week, and then I'll quit this training. So my body's not stopping at all. Just remember, when bracing for a tackle, bend your knees. Bend your knees, wait. Never lock them unless you want to break them. Why would I break my knees if I don't bend them though? But regarding my knees, in the Pilates class they were burning like crazy thanks to the exercise. But I'm trying to picture that situation though. Why would I need to bend them? I mean, I will follow what you're saying, but I'm not picturing the consequence of not doing it though. Because I don't have experience. I'm a volleyball person. Volleyball doesn't have that physical contact, you know? Let me guess, you are here because you want to buy a canoe, right? Sorry, but I'm totally backlogged with pre-orders. I'm gonna be up late finishing these as it is. Have you ever heard or seen, Nubbo, anything about Quidditch in the US? Like the sport, not really in the Harry Potter movies, like people, real life people playing that. Have you ever heard or seen anything like that? I did hear about it before, but I never thought that my city would have a team, or that I would even meet those people or like have a chance to play with them, you know? It's one of those things we kinda hear about, we think it's funny or something, and then suddenly, oh wait, those are that people? And then suddenly you were there playing with them. We can't raise the mast until we get rid of the debris. But I can't help get rid of the debris until I finish at least this one last canoe. Did I pronounce that correctly? Isn't it canoe? Canoe. There is even a small black song called Canoe and I love it. Yeah. It's because if your legs are straight and stiff, the force of the tackle can and will break your legs. That's the thing, so far I'm still trying to avoid like the impact because I'm scared. Like my body doesn't react in a way of being aggressive in a game, you know? I'm always at defensive, or I'm always set into a defensive mindset. Maybe I will even tell that to the other players, like, hey guys, I need to learn how to become more aggressive because I'm always at a defensive state. So basically, even if they call me for like, hey, hit me or like attack me or something, I cannot. I will always like try to avoid that situation, you know? And then by not going into something more physical, I end up not being able to defend. The person will avoid me, will like dodge me, and then go for the goal, right? Or at the very least, dislocate them. Yeah, I'll try being careful though, but so far I still feel safe because, like I'm saying, I'm still trying to avoid that situation, but the situation is part of the game. So I'm pretty sure they will want me to really start becoming more active into like, I don't know, something more physical. That boat at the at the wharf uses a sail, so it's more efficient than an... Wait, I couldn't read that. Let me try this again. That boat at the wharf uses a sail, so it's more efficient than any galley. But since the mast is broken, it's not going anywhere. What a waste. I still can't believe those guys wanted to buy my busted boat. One man's junk is another man's treasure. So there is a story of an American football player who locked his knees when bracing for a tackle and... Though on the more extreme side of this, his knees were broken to the point it broke through the back skin and got lodged in the ground. And since then, humanity has learned their lesson, right? So you gotta bend your knees. Man, that sounds terrible. The guy lost... was the guy alive? Like, was the person or the player alive after that? The only boat spared by the tidal wave is that new flanked ship that catches wind in a sail. The thing is, the mast that holds up the sail got snapped apart. I wonder if my partner has finished up that canoe yet. The sooner he finishes, the sooner we can clean things up down at the jetty. He did survive at the very least, right? But I wouldn't be surprised if he... yeah, he ever walked again. I doubt it, man. If it were that serious as you were saying, I doubt it. Some people have, like, even, let's say, less serious injuries and they already have, like, problems to walk again or something like that, right? Also, hi Subber, what's up, man? We are exploring Alhafra, still trying to get to a ship, right? I know it's got a broken mast, but come on. Why would the mayor go and sell our boats to a bunch of foreigners? Because the foreigners gave the mayor's money, or they threatened the mayor. That could be it too. It may be new-flanked, but it's no good if it's broken. Forget technology, I'm sticking with boats with oars. No mess for me. We've had a lot of strangers coming through here lately. This tidal wave's actually been good for Alhafra. The town is bustling with activity. I think I will steer clear of those swarthy men at the wharf though. They are a scary lot. Oh, I thought that this kid was like next to her, but actually the kid is upstairs, right? So I was trying to talk to her, but I couldn't because there is a big wall in front of me that I did not see. By the way, I may need more PPs because all of this mind reading has been making Shiba exhausted. Do you play any sport, Nubble? What about you, Subber? Do you play or use it to play any sports too? Like I was saying, my dream is like to go back to playing volleyball, right? But sadly I still don't know or don't have friends to play volleyball with me. I do plan, or like I do think eventually I will try to ask my Pokemon Go friend if he wants to, like, you know, play a simple volleyball game with me. Not really with a net or anything, just like passing the ball to the other person. That works in my opinion. Or this one sport in Brazil called fresco ball, which is basically a tennis but without a net, with the same idea of like just passing the ball one to another. I do have the rackets and the ball for that, the rubber ball. And then he seems to have the volleyball, so that could work. But I still wish I could play a regular volleyball game, right? I just need to still, I don't know, meet those people that are volleyball players. And have them inviting me to play with them or something. as I'm still kinda avoiding joining a club. But until that day happens, I'll be trying Quidditch. Again, I'm not sure if Quidditch has changed its name in English. I still haven't searched for that, because in Portuguese it has changed its name. In Portuguese, Quidditch used to be called, or it's still called, right? Quadribol, like if you follow the book's name or the book's word. But then thanks to the whole situation with J.K. Rowling and her polemic sayings and beliefs and everything, then the community decided to change quadribol into quadball. But then if Quidditch has changed its name in English, I'm not sure. I wanna think that they probably have changed it. Also because of copyrights, right? It costs mana to use them outside of battle? Yes. It costs mana to use any Psy Energy outside of battle. Like, if I wanna cure it, it costs 3, Cure Well it's 7, Pound is 2, Retreat is 6, everything. And then Mind Read is just 1. But as I'm like using it on everybody, then Shiba is like with 7 PPs now. And you recover PPs in this game by just walking around. Well, let's hope that there aren't many people left for me to mind read, right? Somebody's saying that not, that he has never really liked sports. I used to like volleyball, like I said. I don't play sports anymore. I haven't had any way to after high school, but did you used to play anything? What about you, Yoda? Was there any sports that you used to play or that you actually like? Counter-Strike is a sport. I mean, it is an e-sport, right? League of Legends is one as well. Valorant too. E-sports are very big in Brazil, to be fair. If we change the name, then it would be because of a lawsuit threat more than because of morals. I haven't heard the details, I haven't checked on anything about this actually. It's even funny, right? I started playing Quidditch with like that group of players in my city, but I still have never watched a real life Quidditch game. Neither on YouTube, anywhere. So I'm like going there completely blind. Which was something kinda like what I have done regarding Pilates. I kinda had a small vague idea of what it would be like, but I never really looked for like exercises online or on YouTube. I was just like there, hey, I need some help regarding my back, posture and neck pain, so could you guys help me out? And then suddenly I was doing Pilates and all crazy sorts of exercises, right? Gotta give this to them, they are very creative. Because sometimes you go there and then there is this one machine for you to be using, and then on the next day or in the other day, that machine, that same machine becomes something different, and then we're like, holy shit, I didn't know that this could do this. And then yeah, it's very creative. Every time there is something different happening to those machines that you are exercising a different part of your body. Although I gotta say that on Tuesday, my teacher tried to give me one of those very crazy and hard exercises. One of those that you kinda... how can I translate this one thing though? You kinda have your body all up in the air, basically, so you kinda need to hold 2 sidebars with your hands while your legs are raised on like a rubber band. So basically you are flooring, quotation marks, but like holding your whole body weight with like your arms while your legs are on a rubber band. That didn't work very well because I understood that exercise wrongly. I was kind of thinking with like, I don't know, a gym mindset of like, oh, I gotta raise my whole body like I'm exercising my arms, right? I need to be like you know when you're doing some bar exercises, like you kind of hold the bar and then you raise your body above it and then you go down. I was with that mindset, which was wrong for that exercise. What they wanted to do, wait, what they wanted me to do actually was for me to pretty much stretch my body lower. So I was not thinking like that. I was raising my body to the height of my hands or arms. No, they wanted me to still hold myself in the air, but actually stretch my body and head and everything lower. So maybe next time I can try that again. I don't know if I will be able to do it still, but it was hard. So Yoda used to play some badminton. My family prefers golf though. By the way, did you hear that? There is a soccer game tonight, I think, so some people might be loud outside. I always wanted to play golf. Golf is not popular in Brazil. Also, it saddens me that it's an expensive sport, right? But it is expensive anywhere, even in the US from what I heard. But it's something that interests me a lot. Like, it is one of those sports that I think I would like playing it, because it sounds very chill. And I wouldn't mind at all if there were those top golf places in here, you know? Just for you to throw and hit the balls, and then not really care for like going for a whole golfing course. But even those top golf places aren't coming here. Not even mini golf places. I have only been to one mini golf place, and it was not even in Rio. It was in another city when I was traveling. But it is a sport that I wish I could play more for sure. Money is more powerful than morals in the US. Yeah, that's sad. But I do think it's kind of like both things combined. It's about the copyrights and also because of morals. The only Quidditch, or however you spell it, I have ever seen was from a comedy movie, so I thought it wasn't an actual sport. Well, it is an actual sport, like there are even international competitions. I have heard of those international competitions before. I just never thought that I would end up meeting those players, right? It's funny how I ended up meeting, let's say, Quidditch players, but not, I don't know, baseball players, which is also a very uncommon sport in Brazil, but there are some people that do it, especially in São Paulo, in Suburbs State. I do know one friend though that plays baseball, or that have played baseball, right? I mean, has played baseball. But it was only him for sure. But I have never really seen like people playing it in real life. Nubble has tried a bunch of sports out while growing up, like basketball. I could never do basketball. Baseball, volleyball, racquetball. Would racquetball be the one that I... Let me Google that. Maybe that's the way it's called. Never mind. This is a little bit different. Because you play it on a wall, right? Yeah, no, never mind. Racquetball is not really the one that I was trying to say before. But isn't racquetball one name for this sport, but isn't there another name too? But now I can't really get to that second name that I have heard before. Maybe I'm thinking on Brazilian names. But I have the feeling that racquetball could have a second name too for it. Then tennis, I have always wanted to try tennis, but it's again another rare sport to find and also expensive, right? Although one of the people that I first have met in the Quidditch, let's say, event, right? When I first got to know about Quidditch in my city, there was this one person as well that he told me that he works at a tennis court. Like, he works at a tennis club, right? But yeah, still I have not played it myself. Golf is boring to you? Even the top golf one, that's more dynamic? Racquetball, you are in an enclosed space and have to hit the ball off a specific wall. Yeah, there is another name for that that I'm thinking, but I don't remember anymore. You were on the tennis team in high school, that was fun. I had a wicked unique type of serve you learned from your coach. Oh wow! Was it like a high serve? Maybe a curved one? All of my tennis experiences thanks to Mario Tennis and also Wii Sports, both Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resorts, right? I don't know why they won't let us kids go down to see the dock. I wanna see what kind of damage the tidal wave did. It's because it is not safe for you kids. By the way, remember last stream that I was saying that I wasn't really feeling it like going to the movies to watch that anime movie? Well, does anybody wanna guess the outcome of that? The only person that knows the outcome of that was Pilot, because I ended up stopping by one of Pilot's streams, and I kinda told him the outcome of that, right? Because Pilot was also here last time chatting to me about what I should be doing regarding that. So, have I checked everything? Maybe not this right here? I think this is some sort of graveyard. It is a graveyard. But I will need reveal, right? We still don't have reveal with this party. So it was a type of a slice serve, okay. Which slice techniques are meant to give the ball a spin that makes it bounce oddly. My slice serve would send the ball very far to the left once it bounced. I see, so it would like be super crazy changing its direction. It threw everyone off. The problem is I wasn't consistent with the serve. Which is also kinda, I mean, it depends, right? By saying that you were not consistent, do you mean that you were committing like big mistakes of like faults? Or would you still be able to serve properly but the ball wouldn't have that effect? If you could still serve it properly, then I think it's fine, because it would still make the players confused, like will this ball go to the left or not this time, you know? So it's still a strategy. But if you were somewhat committing mistakes on the serving, then yeah, then it could backfire you a little, right? But I will give you the outcome from that last week, right? In the end, we did nothing. I did not go to the movies with my friend because I wasn't feeling like going to watch that one anime movie. But also, I did not go to the Rock, Food and Fashion Festival on Saturday because we ended up getting all completely distracted by the Shadow Mewtwo raids on Pokemon Go. So we were playing Pokemon Go from like 10 AM up to 7 PM, basically. So yeah, in the end we were like hanging out with the other players and walking around the whole neighborhood looking for Shadow Mewtwo and everything. Thankfully I did find my shiny, but it was not a very good event for like most people, as there weren't many shiny Pokemon to everyone. But I was lucky, so that was great. But yeah, I was able to escape from that one movie situation. But it doesn't end right there, right? Of course on Sunday I went to my Rock Festival event. Although there was even more Pokemon Go on that day too. Yeah, because I went for the round 2 of Shadow Mewtwo as well. But that happened after the Quidditch training. And that one friend did not go on that same day. So after I was done with the Shadow Mewtwo raids on Sunday, I went to my Rock, Fashion and Food Festival, which was also interesting. And then they are having another one right now, like, not this weekend, but in the next one. So maybe I can consider going there again, but I did not eat my hot dog. I was craving hot dog, right? I did not eat it because when I ate lunch, I actually ate a lot of lunch at this one, not all you can eat, buffet, right? Buffet restaurant. So I was not hungry at all when I went to the rock festival, which is fine because there will be another one. Like I was saying, it's like in the next weekend after this one, and also we are now in June. And June in Brazil is full of food parties, right? Traditional food parties and dishes. So hot dogs will be there as well as I go to those parties, thankfully, or like hopefully. But yeah, the outcome was like 0-0. I did not go to my food festival on that day, but I was in the other day. And then I did not go to the movies either. It was because of the fault. Okay, so that sucks, Noble. I always got it to bounce far left. Oh, I see. Yoda was guessing that since you stopped by his stream, maybe you didn't go. No, I stopped by his stream another day. I think it was on Monday. Yeah, I think it was on Monday, then either on Tuesday or Wednesday. I also caught Bookmarks streaming. But no, it was on another day. Pirate has been playing this one RPG game called Fantasian. Have you guys heard of it? It is an Apple Arcade, I think that's how it's called, the service game. It has many OG like Final Fantasy and all sorts of RPG people on it. It has a very good soundtrack, to be fair, especially the soundtrack from the area he stopped playing last time I was by his stream. That had a very funny, let's say, mechanical sounding to it that remind me of a fax printer, but it was such a crazy arrangement that it kind of fit in that song. And then even though it sounds strange at first, you get used to it, so it sounds better as you hear it. Yeah, Fantasian, very crazy game too. And then the protagonists of it are all funny too, because the protagonist looks like the protagonist of Nier Automata. Then the other party member looks like Ares from Final Fantasy VII, and the last party member looks like Camilla from Fire Emblem. So I was like, are you kidding me that those characters are all rip-offs of other franchises? Yeah, but it sounds to be also a very unique game, as the battle mechanic has a very interesting gimmick that you kind of throw orbs, like in a bowling style, trying to hit the enemies in areas. So like you need to aim for like where are you throwing your magic orb, trying to hit the most amount of enemies you can, right? And then you can like do some curve throws or like direct throws or like some slashes as well. There is an area of effect on your attacks that works in a very interesting mechanic that I have only seen something close to that in this one very hidden gem game from the Wii that I sometimes talk about it because I love its OST, and hopefully soon, who knows, I can put myself to play it in here. Opuna. Yeah, Opuna is like a game that has a fantastic soundtrack, and its battle mechanics is kind of like that too, because you need to throw a ball with some effect, like it can be like a curved throw or like a direct throw or like a, I don't know, a high throw as well that it bounces into the enemy. It's something like that. So it has some 3D battle mechanics, right? Even though it's turn-based. Then I go to his stream to confirm that. Wait, were you there, Yoda, on his stream? Surprisingly, I saw another viewer I met in other streams. Really? Okay. So your friend didn't go either? No, we were all playing Pokemon Go for the whole day. Yeah, he also missed or skipped his movie section. I find it interesting though. I always liked tricky characters in Mario Tennis games for the curves they could give the ball, only to find out years... Wait, my computer? There we go. Only to find out years later that I had a natural gift of doing the same. Could you be indirectly training your, like, mind or like your physical coordination thanks to Mario Tennis Nubble. So you basically like to play as Paratroopa and Boo, right? Because they were the tricky characters. I used to love playing as Paratroopa, especially the Nintendo 64 game. And those people that just came through looked totally exhausted. You don't suppose they passed through the Yampi Desert to get here, do you? Regarding the rock festival, I didn't do much in there. I was very exhausted after like the Quidditch training, walking the whole city for the entire Saturday, being under the sun also for the entire Sunday. I was like dead, and I even was like extra tired because of the bunch of foods that I ate in the restaurant on Sunday. So I was like with low energy. But I was able to do what I wanted, which was like get to know that club that even had a tennis court in there and also a pool. But the club was smaller than what I first thought of. And also it was disappointing that they didn't use other parts of that club to place the food places or like the food stands or the fashion stands. It was very narrow, like the places you could walk, and then it was getting very crowded as well. But anyway, even though I went there and then I did not eat my hot dog, it was nice to pay attention or to watch the rock concert. Because as I didn't have anything else to do in there, I was like, you know what, I'm going to see if I can start enjoying this rock music that I'm not too used to, right? And then I was super happy that I got they singing a Tears for Fears song, which was maybe the most famous one. Everybody Wants to Rule the World. So that was like out of nowhere, and it made me super happy, and like this was worthy, right? Coming here was worthy. But they also sang some Red Hot Chili Pepper songs, and I especially liked Can't Stop. Yeah, Can't Stop was also very good. Even when they were singing some metal songs that I haven't heard before or that are not my thing, I was also, trying to enjoy it and then banging to and everything. So it was fun. I just need to feel more natural maybe next time. So little by little, maybe in 2 weeks, if in case I decide to go again to the same event, I will try being more natural and then, just having my time and enjoying it. It was better than what I thought. I just need to also, of course, get my hot dog. Who would come to Alhafra across the Yampi Desert? It's way too dangerous. Anyone with half a brain would have just taken the bridge to the northwest. But wasn't the bridge destroyed or broken? At least I think so. What about this? Why are they making a whole mystery around this part with so many trees and then this guy blocking the path? What is beyond you? No one is allowed beyond this point. Don't even think about it. I'm thinking about it. How could I not? The mayor said no one goes through, and I mean to make sure no one goes through. I'm writing that down. That sounds suspicious. Road blocked in Alhafra. One of the reasons I recommended you going to the movies to watch, what was the name of the movie again, Yoda? It was not Sumire, but Suzume, wasn't it? Is because if you finish your name first, you would less likely watch this movie. Oh my god, because I probably wouldn't like your name. And in the director's own words, this one has the least focus on romance of the 3 movies. No, I can separate things, man, don't worry about that. I kinda understand that this one won't be as romance or like romantic like the other two, which is good. Even your name could be enjoyable, but not for me to go to the movies for that, you know. I would rather go watch a sci-fi, a life drama movie, an animation of some sorts. We found 32 coins. Also, by the way, is that a huge waterfall? Oh, no, it's the ocean. That's the ocean. The freaking perspective made me confused. And this is probably the ruler's castle or something? Listen, you look like an okay guy, and I would love to let you through, but I just can't. I mean, if I let you in, then I would have to let everyone in, right? I'm sorry, but it wouldn't be fair. Did you want to see the mayor? Not yet. The mayor is very open to meeting visitors, but he's in an important meeting now. So it's probably good that you are not here to see him. I hate my job. I always have to be so tough and secretive around people. Deep down inside, all I really want to do is read them some of my poetry. Oh Jesus. Why don't you do that a little? Maybe somebody could be interested. I think this one has the most relatable message, since it references a somewhat recent real-life event by coincidence. Interesting. My partner is always in such a bad mood, maybe I should bake him a cake. Everybody deserves a cake sometimes. For example, today, when I was returning home after the Pilates, even though it is a cold day or like a cloudy day, I stopped by the ice cream store and I bought a 2 liters ice cream, right? It was like a Neapolitan flavor that has chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry flavor. The event horizon does make it look like it's a waterfall flowing down rather than an ocean, right? I could swear that it was a waterfall for some reason. And then only when I saw the sand down there, I realized it was the ocean. Also, by the way, this reminded me that there was a car accident in my city. That's like the 3rd time this happens in my city. And it's basically on this one turn, next to the ocean, that, I don't know, there is something about it. Maybe it's because it is a quick turn or like a very short turn of some sort, that cars lose control in there. So there was this car that lost control when making that turn and hit the blockage. I'm not sure how to call that. The fence, maybe the fences, right, that were protecting the way or like the path, and went down to the ocean. So there was a car crash like that went down to the ocean. Surprisingly though, the driver was like with only simple injuries, like he was not heavily injured, which really surprised me, because if I could see myself like having that accident where the car goes like down a small cliff and hits like the ocean, I could see myself like dead, honestly, because it doesn't look like safe at all. But yeah, it was the 3rd time in this city's history, and like recent history actually, not like long ago, that a car loses control at the same spot and goes down the ocean. Thank goodness nobody was walking there by the time, so it didn't hit anybody else. But it's like one of those weird news you read when you wake up, you know? That's how it felt. One friend of mine actually went there to take pictures. But it's so crazy how sometimes those accidents start and happen, right? I hear so many emergency vehicle sirens in your town because being a tourist town with too many freaking beer shops gets people in crashes far too often. Oh no, man. And then people go crazy, right, when they get drunk. Sadly though, in this same week I also saw a video on Twitter of like another crash that happened. Maybe this person was indeed drunk. It happened on a gas station, like the car lost complete control, hit the people that were talking like near a wall, destroyed one of the gas tanks too. I don't know how that didn't end up in an explosion, by the way, but it didn't. But some people died. Yeah, that car crash got the people on the wall, and then I think those people that were just there hanging out, they died, right? It was a very aggressive accident too, and then of course, right, the driver and the other people, the other passengers in that car tried to run away. That's the worst, actually. And then, I don't know if you remember, but like maybe 1 month ago, there was an accident that happened when I was at the park playing Pokemon Go, that a kid got, not really a kid, like a teen, right? A teen got hit by a car, and then thankfully he was okay too, and then the driver this time stopped and actually rescued the person. But yeah, car accidents have been very common, everybody, so please be careful, either being a driver yourself or like being a passenger or being on the streets, because yeah, people have been going all crazy with cars lately. Let me see if there is something else past this. I can't go beyond these ruins. I can't. This place reminds me a little bit of, Nubble will get my reference, Lily Cove City, right? Because of the water on the sand. Yeah, Lily Cove City from Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Also, still speaking on that matter, there is this one YouTuber, I think her name is JD Animations, or let me confirm that, Jade Animations or something. She's kind of famous. I kind of have watched some of her videos before without knowing it was her. But my friend recommended me to watch her videos about her Pokemon Nuzlocke attempts. And indeed they were very well animated. She pretty much told us the story of what has happened to her when trying her Nuzlockes. And they were very funny stories with amazing animations, so highly recommended. Is it JD or something? Let me see. JD Animations? Is it like that? I watched her Hoenn Nuzlocke video. Jaden, there we go, it's Jaden. Jaden Animations on YouTube, highly recommended. I watched her Hoenn Nuzlocke attempt and also the Sinnoh Nuzlocke attempt. So pretty much Gen 3 and Gen 4, right? But she has more. I saw that she also did a Heart Gold Soul Silver Nuzlocke that I need to watch at some point. But yeah, she's very talented on her animations for sure. Great names as well for her Pokemon. Very creative names. Speaking of gas stations, a buddy of mine showed me a surveillance video. Yeah, it was a surveillance video that showed me the accident that I was describing. Of two people getting into an altercation, and one of them lit the pump that was pumping gas into the car on fire and ran on fire. Oh no, man. Yeah, this one that I was saying, it kinda took the pump out of the ground. Basically, the pump was like popping off the ground. That's why I was surprised that there was no like explosion or some sort of spark, right, for like fire to happen. But yeah, the pump was like removed from the ground on how fast the car hit everything. You love Jaden's Nuzlocke videos? Yes, I watched that for the first time this week. They are indeed fantastic, so highly recommended to everybody. Maybe I should even post that on Discord for those that have never watched them. I need to see the Soul Lock video. Okay, so that's another recommendation from me. I only watch those two. Sabri is saying, do you know the truth behind the Nuzlocke in Sinnoh? No, I don't know the truth behind the Sinnoh Nuzlocke. What is that now? Is that another, I don't know, meme or like video you were talking about? I'm not sure if he's talking about Jaden's Nuzlocke video, I'm guessing not. He's sounding more mysterious in what he's saying. Like, the truth about the Nuzlocke in Sinnoh, do you know it? Oh, actually he's saying, did you notice that did you notice that her story was kinda strange and creepy? Never mind, so maybe he's talking about the Sinnoh... Oh yeah, I did notice that. About a parallel universe, right? That she was, I mean, this is a spoiler of the Nuzlocke video though, but... Okay, I now know what your guys talking about. And then the distortion world of Giratina. Okay, what was that about? I don't know the truth about that. There is a reason why the video is the way it is. Wait, could it be because she was attempting a Nuzlocke and then suddenly something happened and then, I don't know, it got interrupted that she needed to start a new one, another one? Is that it? Maybe she lost her save file or something? Or could it be that she actually lost, but she kinda continued up to the end? No, I don't think it is that, right? Maybe it is because she lost her save file or something. But yeah, it was strange, but I felt it was just her trying to be funny or something. Or mysterious. It looks like I can't go anywhere else, right? I kinda checked everything. Let me save the game. Can I go down here? I can, but there is nothing here, okay. There is also this path. Oh, okay, we have more in the city. Eastern Alhafra. This is how we get to the ship, right? Oh, she did fail the Nuzlocke at the E4, but chat said to give it another attempt, hence they split reality at certain points. Okay. Yeah, Summer is saying that she has lost the Nuzlocke, but she still wanted to know what would have happened if she had won. And the chat motivated her to continue and to see up to where she would be able to get to. Who destroyed her in the E4 though? I mean, I'm not fully surprised that she had some trouble in the E4. In my opinion, Pokemon Diamond, Pearl and Platinum is the hardest one still. Especially the E4 plus Champion. But not only because of that, also thanks to what has happened to her in her first Nuzlocke in the Hoenn region, right? It was not an easy time. So I'm not fully surprised that she ended up losing in there. We found a smoke bomb that we can sell eventually. Wait, who's that now? Is that Champa, the pirate? Or is that Yuffie, because that person has a freaking headband, right? It's no use! Are you Yuffie? No, it's just pirates, I think. The mass just won't budge, no matter how many people we get to help us. We are going to have to get all of this junk off the mast first. If we could just get some decent footing, we could have this thing clear in no time. There is more to it than that though. We still have to do something about that rope over there. Untangling that will be a piece of cake once we get a boat we can use. Oh yeah, a piece of cake except for that huge rock over there. Oh yeah, the rock. How are we supposed to get the mast out of... Wait, how are we supposed to get the mast out from under that thing? It's huge. There is no way we're gonna move it by ourselves. Well, either way, we can't do anything until Zack finishes the canoe. And then who's Zack now? That I don't know. I think she received more devastating losses early on due to some hacks and fully failed at the third member. The third member? Oh, she failed with Clint? Wait, is it Clint the name? Flint! There we go, Flint, right? She failed after facing Flint then. Because the Sino E4 is like Aaron, Bertha, Flint, and Lucian, right? Interesting that she lost to the fire guy. I don't know, I would guess she would have done a better job against fire, not really... I mean, I don't remember her team anymore, but... Out of threats, or possible threats, I wouldn't get fire as one, you know? Oh no, Shiba has no PPs for this. What about you, Nubble? By this point you probably have attempted many Nuzlocks yourself, I'm guessing? Have you ever lost in one of your attempts? I still gotta try myself a Nuzlocke, right? I will though. Don't underestimate Magmortar and its Thunderbolt. Oh Jesus. But then... yeah, you could fight Magmortar with like a water type for sure, and then Thunderbolt would be a menace. But just go with Rock, right? Does it have, I don't know, Cross Chop or like a fighting attack too? Maybe Focus Blast? Okay, Focus Blast is terrifying. Jaden has 2 channels. Maybe in the second channel you can see the Nuzlocke VOD, like the original one, maybe? Or maybe the Twitch VOD, right? Because I was noticing she was streaming on Twitch. Oh no, Magmortar has Focus Blast? Probably Focus Blast. Aura Sphere is more specific, right? Aura Sphere is more to some... I don't know, not really psychic, but, you know, special Pokemon like Togekiss and Lucario. Magmortar doesn't fit those Pokemon, I would say. What's your problem? You are new in town, aren't you? Yes. You're probably curious about this here ship, huh? Yeah? They call this a sailing ship. Wind is the only thing that will make it move. Isn't that incredible? I will say no, because there are some ships that have oars and then they can move by, you know, people's energy. You kids today with your been there done that attitudes, it's a shame. Okay, I will say yes then. It is, I mean, it is incredible, but it's not the only way a ship can move, that's my point. Yeah, well, think how surprised we were to find that Alhafra had learned to build sailing ships. I suppose the age when anyone could sail the seas was bound to come someday. Okay. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I didn't mean to do that. I forgot that was a thing I had though. People call us Champa. Oh, okay. So the leader of the Champa is not called Champa. Champa is like the name of the pirates. But I'm still very confused on this matter because I'm not sure if Champa is like every pirate or if it is like a small group of pirates that are rebellious against their leader or that just don't follow their leader's instructions. For now, I will guess and say that Champa are the pirates, like the entire group of pirates. If there are people in there that defy their leader, then we will see that eventually, right? But I was really confused. I didn't know what they meant by Champa for this entire game. I was thinking it was the name of the leader of the pirates, but now it's like the name of the pirates. Or maybe it is the name of a group that defies the pirates. I'm not sure. So people call us Champa, a seafaring people, because we make sailboats. And sure, maybe we do a little pillaging on the side. But now that Alhafra can build sailboats, Briggs is the name of the leader, right? The captain of the pirates. Briggs' pirating days may be ending, so they do defy him. That's why I'm so confused. So maybe Champa or Champas are the pirates that don't follow Briggs' orders anymore, right? And then Briggs is still like a pirate, a regular one. Anyway, this is very confusing, but I think that's how it goes then. Magmortar is more especially focused than Electivire, so I wouldn't put it past it to learning Aura Sphere. I can see it learning Focus Blast, and I think he does, but I still say no for Aura Sphere, because only a very selective Pokemon can get Aura Sphere because they have the Aura. I cannot imagine a world with Magmortar with Aura. Like, Magmortar can't communicate with people thanks to... You could give Aura to, for example, Lapras. If someday the Pokemon Company comes and say like, hey, Lapras is now getting Aura Sphere, I can see that happening. Because Lapras has like telepathy with humans, you know, can feel things. Even if you give, I don't know, Aura Sphere to Gardevoir or maybe Gallade, makes sense too, in case they don't have that. I think they don't. It's because it is something very specific, like there is a lore behind that attack, right? That's why I don't think he gets that. Magmortar, in my opinion, has nothing to do with the aura mechanic or thing at all. But totally Focus Blast. I mean, I'm just giving my impression here. It can happen that it gets Aura Sphere in the games, but then it makes no sense to me at all. I cannot see that. Which is, by the way, something that I wanna check. Which Pokemon have Aura Sphere in the current generation? Because yeah, the only Pokemon that can learn that is like a very selective group of Pokemon that can, like, you know, communicate with others. Look at this list. It's Mewtwo, Mew, Gardevoir has that. Riolu, Lucario, Togekiss, Dialga, Palkia. I never guessed those two would get that. Giratina, Minfu, Minxiao. Interesting. Clauncher and Clavitzer. Okay, Clauncher and Clavitzer, in my opinion, they go along the same lines of Magmortar getting that. It doesn't make sense to me. They can learn like Focus Blast, but Aura Sphere? Anyway, those two are like the exception of this list so far to me. The Sidwai, the Hisuian form, I wouldn't see that happening either, but sure. And then Magiarnar. Or actually Magirna, right, in English. Okay, so this list is not as accurate as what I would say or think. Wait, never mind, there are more. Oh my god, there are more Pokemon that learn that. Thanks to like TMs, Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise, Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan. Are you kidding me? Then Mewtwo, Mew, Raikou, Celebi, Blaziken, Gardevoir, Medicham, Zangoose, Latias, okay, Latias and Latios, it makes sense. Then Jirachi, Lopunny, Lucario, Togekiss, Gallade, Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, Arceus, Minfu, Minshao, Keldeo, Clowntree, Clavitzer that are like, what the F in my opinion? The Decidueye Hisuian form, Como O, Magearna, Marshadow, Zeraora, Urshifu, Meowscarada, Armarouge, Palafin, and the Iron Valiant from Paldea, right? Okay, you know what, Nubble? After this list, there is a chance that Magmar could be learning that too, because if Clawitzer got that, then sure, they both have like a freaking bazooka on their arms, right? So why not? But honestly, I always felt like only the mind and emotional connected Pokemon could be learning that. And then Magmar has no or nothing of that going with him, in my opinion, right? But there are Pokemon in that list that also don't. So that made no sense to me. Yeah, the Hitmons got Aura Sphere thanks to TMs. Which is also not like a good choice in my opinion. But not as bad as Clavitzer in my opinion, or Blastoise even. They are turning Aura Sphere to be something more generic. Just like if you have a Cannon Blaster, then you can have that move. That's my opinion for Focus Blast. That's how I used to picture Focus Blast. If you have some sort of cannon, you can, shoot that. But Aura Sphere had more to do with Aura, and then only some Pokemon could be having that sort of connection to Aura. But then they are being more generic now. Minshao, Minfu, I can see that, and it's okay in my opinion, because they are somewhat kinda, spiritual fighters and stuff. But then Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee? Champas might be the general encompassing term for people who don't settle in one place and would rather stay on the move, specifically at sea, while Briggs and his band of pirates are just a select group of Champas that give it a bad name. So you think that everybody's a Champa? I see, that's true, Briggs can still be a Champa, right? Even though that group we have met, they disagree with Briggs, but everybody from the outside, they call them all Champas, right? Yeah. That could be it actually, that's why the people from the other city have been blaming this other character called Pierce to be a Champa. Because to them, if you are a pirate, you are a Champa basically. And poor Pierce is not even a pirate, but they think he is. Or like he has no connection to Briggs, but they still think he is. We are here actually trying to prove that he is innocent, and then maybe he becomes a party member of ours. Can we go inside here? We can. And then Shiba has 1 PP now. I think I will go to the hotel or to the inn and let her rest. By the way, Nubble, did you see this one Pokemon-like game called Cassette Beasts? It was finally released, and if you have Xbox Game Pass, you can try it now, right? It looked very great, in my opinion. The mayor of Madra here? Is that Briggs? You're certain? How did he know we came to Alhafra? Okay, that's Briggs probably. He knew we needed a ship, and he knew we went east. It seems pretty easy to me. Well, yeah. When you put it that way, it does make sense. He was looking to find the mayor of Alhafra. He must be hoping the mayor will tell him where we are. He will probably tell the Alhafrans we are pirates too, huh? Pirates? That seems a little unfair. What do you mean? We are pirates, aren't we? I mean, we have taken all sorts of stuff that didn't belong to us. You could also be heroes, like we were discussing at the beginning of the stream. Heroes deserve to take all sorts of stuff, and then hopefully not being called like thieves, right? That's only because everyone in Champa would starve otherwise. Why does he say it and then it make it sound like Champa is a city now? We don't have any choice. Ah. And even then, it's never a lot. What's not? The stuff we take. We never take too much from anyone in town. Or actually from any one town. Yeah, I guess not. And why do you think that is? Why? Because you never can tell how these wealthy towns will react. It's too risky, right? They would starve because they don't like seafood? That's me, actually. That's why I kinda have some fears of traveling to Japan, right? Even though I know that there will be more than just seafood in there, but I think I will just eat junk food at most. But I can also be, let's say, completely wrong, and then I hope so, because I was, or I have been always saying, right, that, oh, did you know that Brazil has the biggest Japanese population outside of Japan? And then I do think, or I pretty much believe that the opposite is also true, that Japan has the biggest Brazilian population outside of Brazil. If that's a fact, then maybe there will be some couple good Brazilian places in there that I could be, you know, finding the food I like. But otherwise, I would struggle so much in there. That reminds me that I was still watching more videos of that one Brazilian YouTuber couple that is now visiting Japan. And in one of those videos, they were visiting Nara. And I think it is a city in Kyoto or something. Hopefully, I'm getting this correctly. But they were in Nara, and in there is this one temple that it's of course very sacred. It's even like with it's even the temple that has like the highest wooden structure in the world, and even used it to be higher than what it is today in the past. But it's not, because it got damaged thanks to a war in the past. And then the citizens had to rebuild it. But it's like massive, like it's a massive wooden structure that it's like out of this world, and it used to be bigger in the past before the destruction of the war. But that's not what I wanted to say. They also were checking out those deers that are wild deers, that you can feed them with cookies, right? And it's crazy how those deers, they circulate the entire city without any sort of like without anything that locks them, you know. They can freely go anywhere they want, even cross the streets and everything, because the drivers will need to stop to let them to do whatever they want, because they are sacred. As it seems like in one of the, let's say, biggest religions in Japan. I'm not sure how to say this one religion in English though. Let me just confirm if it's the same word. How is this in English? Shintoism? Okay, there we go, Shintoism. Yeah, in Shintoism, it seems like that the gods are from the nature, and that one place that has the deers that people can visit and feed them, that one place has one white deer god that his descendants are the current deers that live in the city. At least that's what the Shintoism says in its culture, right? So you should not trap those deers because they are all descendants of the white deer god. And then the deers can, do whatever they want. They can cross the roads. Everybody needs to respect them and everything. So I had no idea about that because I knew there was a park of the deers, but I didn't know the deers could like pretty much do whatever. And it's crazy how I'm guessing this, but it's crazy how they do take extra care of like not hurting the deers or like hitting the deers with a car or anything, right? There is no control on the deers because if you trap those deers, then it would be making the white deer god upset, right? As like that's not what he would like to see happening to his descendants, pretty much. It's something around those lines. So yeah, fun fact for you that those deers in that city, they can do whatever they want and humans cannot stop them. Thanks to the Shintoism. We're going to head out, Nabo. Alright, man. Nice to see you. Hope you can get like a good night. Take care. They would hate how I view deer. Oh no, man. Okay, you have a completely different opinion on that matter? Oh no. Yeah, it's cultural, right? Yeah. But it was a fun fact to learn for sure. I didn't know that. Because when I think about that situation, I think that many accidents could be happening. Especially because it was like just next to the streets, right? Where the cars were crossing and then, the park was just there with no fences for the deers or anything. But it seems like they learned how to live with the deers being free. So that's kind of amazing at the same time, Because at first I feel like, oh, it's dangerous, but actually maybe they did find a way to have both things working out for their culture. So it's like just so different than my culture or than your culture, right, Nubble? So, it's interesting, like how it did work out for them for that one reason. Maybe it's just like the same as either cows or pigs, right? In India, I'm not sure which one of those two. Maybe even monkeys, if I'm not mistaken, there is like a monkey temple in India too or something. But yeah, like those species, they can kinda be sacred, and then humans really take care of them, and then they have a lot of freedom. You should not trap them or something. Cows, right? Yeah, it's and then you shall not like do any harm to them. I mean, you should not do harm to animals anywhere, but how they are even like sacred in some places for sure. So you kind of need to take extra care about that matter. Deers are like vermin to nibble. Anyone from the inland towns and cities always have to stop, hold up traffic and gawk at them. Well, I'm sorry, man, but if you were in Japan, that's what we need to be doing too, because the deers are like the rulers of that city. I just got a flashback of a video. I'm not sure if you guys saw that too, but it's like I don't know, something fun that I was browsing on the internet and then suddenly I watched that. There was this one situation, I think it was in Alaska if I'm not mistaken, that a moose entered a freaking movie theater, ate that movie theater's popcorn, and left it like it was nothing. Imagine you in a movie theater, suddenly there is a moose in there, and then it's eating your popcorn. And then the poor girl there in the reception was like, what do I do? Do I call the cops? And then suddenly the moose left from the front door after eating his popcorn like it's nothing. Yeah, I saw those news one day. There's this story of a Japanese tourist saying a cow he met can understand Japanese. Wait, what? Alright, Nubble, thank you so much, man. Have a good night. I see you then. Okay, animals understanding languages? I mean, animals are smarter than what we think. But then, understanding whole Japanese, then I'm not sure, right? Hey, yeah, which is why we didn't steal anything from Alhafra. Right? That's why we avoid the risky towns and just take what we need from the others. You see, that's why you are our captain, Briggs. Okay, so that's Briggs. You have got brains coming out of your ears. There is nothing braining about that, it's just a strategy, right? Oh my god, Jenna! Did you hear that? It sounded like a girl. Who's out there? Of course, Jenna, good job. That's why we all love you. Right? Kappa? What do you think you're doing, being Jenna as always? Don't you know that someone has been falsely imprisoned for your crimes? True that. Take that! What's your point? You have to come with us and attest to that man's innocence. And why would I want to do something like that? Oh, I was hoping we could avoid any ugliness, but you leave us no choice. What? We'll bring you in against your will. What the hell, Professor Creighton? We'll bring you in against your will if we must, but either way you're coming with us. What is this now? Professor Creighton final boss? Isn't that right, Felix? Sure? Good for you, let's teach these guys a lesson, oh boy. You don't stand a chance, we are hardened criminal... Wait, we are hardened criminal types. We eat punks like you for breakfast, so please, here's a Jenna. I'm pretty sure you're going to have diarrhea after you eat her, but be my guest. I don't like her. Disappear with her. Take her, right? Spare the others though. Watch yourselves, you self-righteous little brats. You are the ones with a lesson to learn. Okay, Briggs appeared with some Street Fire move, or actually song, right? Shiba with 1 PP! Why did I not go to the freaking end before this fight? Briggs and Sea Fighter, it's not Street Fighter, sorry, it's a Sea Fighter, it's the DLC. Oh goodness, didn't I have a genie that restored PPs, but I don't have that genie with this party, right? I have Echo. Oh my goodness. Well, Shiba, you are going for physical attacks on this battle, just like me trying to play Quidditch. We don't know how to do physical tackles or anything, but we gotta learn it, right? The hard way. Well, as always, we gotta first focus on the weakest enemies, so Sea Fighter it is. Oh yes, now freaking Jenna has all sorts of monsters to call, right? Let's go with the Salamander. And then Shiba's genies are Fog and Blitz. Let's try Blitz. Signal Whistle? Oh no! Dreamtide, I love that animation so much. There goes the Charmander Fire Blast. You know what, let's go for multi-targeting attacks, I guess. At least Jenna and Felix can do that. And then Shiba can keep on summoning, or like using her genies. Let's summon Jupiter. Well, Shiba has Delusion. I'm not sure if I can do something about that. Maybe not. So I'll keep on trying to finish this battle quickly. Let's keep on going with Salamander. Yes, Shiba, I'm not going to heal you. There comes another pirate. Echo Cut. Wait, did he ditch Felix out of battle? Rip Felix? No, he's back though, with Earthquake. But that Echo Cut was very aggressive, right? Okay, thank goodness Shiba could heal herself automatically or like without an item. Jenna is starting to lose her PPs, but let's go with everything we have because it seems like we need to beat Briggs, right? Because the sea fighters, they keep on respawning. So I'm changing my target, and just because I did that, he's defending now. Now it's Jenna's time to be wrapped in a delusion. But she still summoned Salamander. I mean, they are not hurting me that much, so I'm not that scared of like not keeping some PPs for the healing attacks. An oil drop? That's a fire attack. And he has healing items? Okay, never mind. I'm underestimating this fight. Let me cure Jenna. Okay, we have a big problem right now, guys. This is not going to be good. If I heal myself, they're going to hurt me again. You know what? I think my best move right now is trying Blitz on Briggs. I'm still alive though. But Briggs wasn't... Okay, this is my last attack, but if Briggs dies and the others don't, then they can still kill me, right? I think this is F. I really underestimated them because they were not doing a lot in the beginning until they finally used their items. Jupiter, can you finish this for us? Man, okay, I'm dead. There we go, our first death in this second game. Sabra's like, who told that the professor is like the leader? Yes, I underestimated them, right? I deserve that, to be fair. Shiba could be the summoner. I put her in that role, right? But Felix should have still been the healer. Well, here we are again. At least now we can go there with Shiba and her PPs, right? Because She had like no PPs. Where was the inn of this city? Is it in here? No. I don't remember an inn. Do you remember an inn? I remember the item shop, the armor and weapon shops. There is no inn in here. Right? So I cannot heal myself? This is the prison? Oh, wait. I found it. Let's talk to everyone in here then, because I haven't done that today, I think. A massive tidal wave hit us and destroyed every ship in Alhafra. Losing our boats was awful, but I feel so bad for all the people whose houses were destroyed by the tidal wave. There we go. But I'm still not feeling that safe for that fight. But at least now I know what to expect. I hope you slept well, have a nice trip. You see how slow our inn is? You would think we would be making money hand over fist. But that's not true, we just don't have the heart to change, actually to charge, the people who lost their homes. Perhaps the mayor will cover the cost of lodging everyone so we can feed them a decent meal. We are just trying to be helpful, but we are the ones who end up looking cheap. The town not to give money to all the people who suffered from the tidal wave. That way maybe the innkeeper could afford to make us better food. I bet the master of the inn could afford to give us better food than he's been giving us. Oh, I'm hungry, my tummy hurts. When is dinner time? Maybe I'm just hungry, but everything they put in front of me looks delicious. I'm so hungry I could eat my own hand. Oh Jesus, don't do that. We're all guessing the same inn, so why is my meal so awful? At the very least, they should let us go back for seconds of that stinking slop. By the way, is anybody excited for Black Mirror Season 6? Because that's going to be out this month. I'm excited for that, especially after this long time break that I'm taking from series in general. I'm watching Black Mirror for sure. Maybe you have noticed, but a lot of folk here lost their homes in the wave, but don't mind them. I never imagined anyone from Alhafra would ever stay at my inn. Another series that surprised me that it's getting another season. I mean, Black Mirror I was expecting it, but not this other one. Is it The Well, like the translation for it in English? Let me see. I have the feeling it is not going to be called The Well, right? How is this? Platform. There we go. The name of this series in English is Platform. Right? Platform, the Netflix series. Oh, it's called The Platform. Okay, The Platform is like a Spanish series, if I'm not mistaken. And And yeah, it is a very shocking show as well. That's going to get a sequel. Actually, it is a movie. It's not a series. It was a movie, right? And then it's getting a sequel. You never watched before? You never watched Black Mirror, Yoda? Have they done an episode about AI yet? Lots of them. The news all about AI danger these recent days. I mean, maybe about our current chat GPT stuff. Maybe it's coming up this season, I'm not sure. But there are other problems that they have brought to the series before, right? Not really like the ones we are having with this chat GPT stuff because it's now more recent, but totally some other situations with AI prior to that. Yoda, you should really watch that show. In the beginning, maybe it is like I don't know, not I don't want to say it's not that good. Like the production is more simple because of course it's the first season and then like it was still very experimental. But then it gets more budgets to be making the episodes and then gets more quality, I would say, right? As the seasons go by. Although the fifth season wasn't that great, or like in comparison to some other seasons, but it is a very good show. There are some situations in there and episodes in there that you never forget regarding how they make you feel, right? There is one that's like so damn disturbing, so damn disturbing. I mean, I said one, but actually plenty of them are very disturbing, right? But there is this one episode called White Christmas. White Christmas is like, I don't know if I can watch that again on how it made me feel. I don't think I have had a bite of meat or fish ever since setting foot in this inn. Have you at least watched The Platform, the movie I was also mentioning? It is a movie about food and classes as well, and also waste. And yeah, it was a very cult movie too, right? Very good movie as well. I can't believe I'm only supposed to feed the villagers vegetable dishes. It's Alhafra's famous broiled lobster. It's bigger than I could ever possibly have imagined. The innkeeper serves his paying guests better meals than we Alhafrans get. That's so cheap, I want gourmet meals too. Maybe it's because all we have been eating is vegetables, but I just never seem to fill up. That's me when I'm eating soup. We all have to bear the discomfort of this place until our homes are repaired. When you are living packed in together like this, you are bound to get on each other's nerves. Are you guys hearing people screaming outside? Not sure if you heard that, but like people are going crazy outside. Thanks to what? Soccer games in Brazil. I'm actually hoping that Flamengo loses today though. My mom will hate me, but because she cheers for Flamengo, but I don't like Flamengo, right? But I'm not sure if people are actually being that noisy outside, then probably Flamengo is winning. Who knows? Sabro heard something. It's people screaming. I didn't hear a lot of things. I just heard somebody saying "fora." So basically, it's like maybe somebody missed a shot, like a goal shot, because "fora" is like out in Brazil, right, or in Portuguese. So which one again? The Platform. Yeah, Netflix's The Platform movie. It is like a very weird movie that I was surprised to see it getting a sequel. It was a big hit though, like it was successful, but then I never really expected to get a sequel, especially considering How many other things that could have gotten a continuation or like a second season, or a sequel that Netflix had, and then they picked this one movie? That was a little bit strange to me. I just hope everything goes back to normal once we move back into our own homes. I'm actually curious. Let me check. How's the soccer match right now? How is this now? Oh no. Flamengo is winning. It's 2-0. Man, that sucks, right? I'm also sad because they eliminated not this team, like my. Okay, not that I'm a soccer fan, but I was kinda happy to hear that my old soccer team, Botafogo, was doing a great job in the current competition, even though I don't cheer for it anymore, or I don't care that much for soccer anymore. But I was kinda happy to hear those news, because like after a very long season of like having bad games, they finally did something great on this cup or tournament. But they were eliminated this week against another team. And then now this other team that I don't like is winning. That's BS, come on. That's why it's not worth following soccer news, right? Anyway. Oh yeah, this is where we met Alex, right? I tried to read his mind and then he was like, I cannot believe you're doing that, how dare you? The broken mast on the ship they sold won't be easily fixed. That is, as long as we adepts don't do anything about it. Maybe Piers will help us about that. My pop's been looking around and he says the mayor keeps all his treasure underground. So okay, so that one guarded section, that guarded path, probably has the mayor's treasure, right? It's south of the palace? Never mind, because that was more like north of the palace. But that's all I know about. Oh yeah, they did say that scooping this city could have treasure to be found too. We found a little bit of that, right? Some coins. Everyone says the hill beneath the mayor's mansion is full of tunnels. I wonder if that's true. Why do we all have to be cooped up in such a small room? How am I supposed to sleep with Grandpa grinding his teeth all night? I think they put me next to Grandpa so they wouldn't have to listen to him grind his teeth. Our guests are very upset with the mayor, I just hope they don't do anything rash. Oh, by the way, can we talk a little bit about Sable? Because I was watching my VOD and I have been thinking about that freaking side quest in Sable, and I think I got to a possible answer to why I haven't been able to find that one city's mask, right? So I kinda have like some curiosity to test this out, like my idea out, and see if I'm correct on this now new guess, right? Let me just finish this talking here with these people and then I will bring that up. I know our mayor's bad, but he wouldn't stoop to stealing. Is it stoop or stop actually? But it's probably correct, so it's stoop, right? He wouldn't stoop to stealing from his own people, would he? But actually stop makes more sense to me. I will never forgive the mayor for failing to come to our aid when we were all suffering. I wonder what I can do to make him suffer. Oh my god, don't do that. Don't fill yourself with vengeful feelings, right? Also, hi Death Dog, what's up, man? I got it right, like stoop? But stop would also make sense in my opinion. Stoop is such a different word, right? And I haven't seen that. I hope the mayor's treasure room doesn't run too close to the prison. Yeah, stoop? What does that mean actually? Is stoop translator? Wait, it's like to... It's like to move down or something? To like squat? Or like, yeah, it's like to go down basically, right? Interesting, that's a new verb. It means to lower one's moral standards so far as to do something reprehensible. Yeah, so it's like he lowered his level thanks to something that he has done. I see. So she was judging the mayor's actions, right? Oh, you did see the Platforms trailer? Have you heard of this one movie, Death Dog, the Platform? I was also talking about how I'm excited for Black Mirror Season 6. Not sure if you are a fan of Black Mirror, but that's a very disturbing and very good show. And part of the setting sort of reminds Yoda of his favorite horror movie, Dark Floors. Interesting? Dark Floors. Oh. Okay, I don't like that one poster. It looks very creepy. It is a Finlandish horror movie, which is funny because the Finland's president is now visiting Brazil, like today, right? So that's a coincidence. Yeah, Dark Floors. I wonder why is this one of Yoda's favorite horror movies though? Is it because of the plot? Is it like with a smart plot? You have never watched Black Mirror, so you is just like Yoda. You guys haven't watched it yet, right? Finland isn't real. Wait, what? What do you mean by that? The president is in Brazil right now, visiting Brazil. I missed a little bit of his dialogue, right? Wait, not Scoop. I hope the mayor's treasure room doesn't run too close to the prison. If those thieves found out about it, they would dig their way out in no time flat. I mean, that's probably a hint that the prison is next to the treasure room, right? He's an actor? Wait, what? What is this thing about Finland then? I'm missing something. Is that some sort of reference, like a meme? Okay, it is a meme. It's like a meme conspiracy theory that I don't think anyone takes seriously. Yeah, right, but I haven't heard of that though. I feel kinda bad for them, right? Like for Finland? At least I hope not. Yeah, it sounds like dumb, right? I didn't think people took Flat Earth seriously, although some they do, right? Yeah, some people do take Flat Earth seriously though. Yeah, that's the situation. That, for some reason, remind me that I also read some news that China is now preparing some astronauts to like travel to the moon. I don't remember on which year, but maybe like 3 years if I'm not mistaken, like in 2026 or something. I can be wrong though, but China is like looking for traveling to the moon soon. So we may be hearing about that in the future. Wait, I needed to heal, so I had to fight again, right? The pirates. Sure. We can try it like that, I guess. Who cares about the moon? I mean, Link cares about the moon in Majora's Mask. We stopped going back because there was nothing else to see. I wonder if that freaking flag is still there, right? The one that the Americans supposedly placed on it. Maybe some people should go there to take some pictures of it to see if it's still like waving, right? With no air. That's another conspiracy right there, right? It's still, or it should still be there, right? No wind, no weather, no earthquakes. It sounds super peaceful. No sound as well, right? It is pretty much the only thing to see in the moon, isn't it? Like the Americans flag. It is a big rock in the sky. It will likely be white though, because of erosion or some sort of, you know, time that passed by and then made it lose its color. Because there is no magnetic field to protect it from radiation from the sun. Oh, okay, so from the sun radiation. Have I talked to them all though? Can I talk to that guy? No, because I went up here, right? Let me try reaching to some other champas in here. We paid big money for the ship. It's ours now, so don't you go crying about it. I thought it would be easy to ride the mast, but I think I must have been crazy. If we could just raise the mast, we could head back to Champa. When I think about how long it will be until we go home, I miss Champa all the more. So Champa is like how they call these pirates. Champa is also a location, it seems. I'm just glad nobody in Champa knows we are pirates. You see, it's a whole complicated matter, like Champa is everything. So it will be bleached. The Earth has the magnetosphere to protect us from the worst of the solar radiation, but the Moon doesn't. Isn't the ozone... what is the word for that? Sphere, maybe? Ozone sphere that protects us as well? Maybe the barrier? I'm not sure what's the word. Layer, that's the word. Yeah, the ozone layer, correct. That one, yeah. Speaking of which, this weekend in my city there will be a sustainability, hopefully that's the word in English, sustainability event. And it is going to be at the same place that there was a barbecue event last week that I did not go to it, but they both are also in the same place that I have my Quidditch training. So I'm actually thinking this time to stop by there this weekend, probably on Sunday after the Quidditch training. Because on Saturday I will see if I play Pokemon Go again. There are so many events going on Pokemon Go every week. So I think I will hang out with the Pokemon Go players on Saturday, and then on Sunday checking out this sustainability event, because I was reading about it today and it's going to be bigger than what I thought. I was expecting some workshops, some talks, some sort of, you know, conferences happening in there, but actually they are going to have a stage with concerts as well. So even though it's not going to be rock concerts like the one I went this last Sunday, but also I may be going again in 2 weeks, but it's going to be maybe some Brazilian music, maybe some electronic music. I think I will stop by there and see what it's going to be about. And who knows, maybe they have hot dogs too, right? But probably with some more sustainable ingredients, because the whole event is promoting, you know, protecting the earth, protecting the planet, recycling, maybe some vegetarian and vegan dishes and products. And I'm down for that. When we were talking about that last stream actually with Pilot, he was telling me that some vegetarian or vegan hot dogs are made of tofu, right? I wonder if this event will have one so I could try that for the first time. Earlier today, YouTube recommended Yoda a video about Brazil's carnival with 1 million views and you clicked on it, man? I mean, Brazilian's carnival is... it is a mess, right? Surprisingly, that YouTuber is a Christian and he talked about how some of the things in the carnival is disrespectful to God. Yeah, there was this one... I don't remember who was it anymore, but there was this one famous actress, I think, that decided to go to the parade as like the leader. Maybe that's not the best word, but like the... maybe I should say like the princess of the percussion band, right? Or maybe I should say the drumming band. Like the people that are responsible to play the instruments so the carnival parade can have their samba playing, right? And that group of people, like the musicians of that parade, they always have some special famous, normally famous, but not necessarily, but some special guests that will be like the queen of the band or like the princess of the band. And then there was this one invited famous person, probably an actress, that she kind of had a costume that was like making her to look almost that she's kind of naked, you know, not really, but you know, some very poor clothing in there. And then she was also known to be kind of religious and everything, and then she got attacked a lot on social media because like, how could you do this? How could you not wear regular clothes, you know? How could you go to this crazy parade like that, and then that's against God and everything? It's like, I don't know, there are so many things to like, there are so many problems out there that you should just leave people do whatever they want to do and live their lives, you know, more than like caring for what they're doing that much, that hardly. If she was feeling okay that way, just leave her being like that, you know. Whatever she's doing and then whatever she believes in doesn't need to be like the way you think, and then it doesn't need to be the way you accept your life either. So for example, the God that one person may believe doesn't need to be the same as you, and you know, that's all good. Or like the way you also deal with your beliefs doesn't need to match another's, but no, people will criticize because it is different than what I think, it is different than the Bible, it is different than... Yeah, that was happening in one of the recent carnivals in here too. Oh yeah, I remember now. It was because... no, never mind. It was not because of her costume. It was because of the samba school, like the whole school, right? That decided to add a car in the parade that had the demon. And then everybody was attacking that samba school because how could you bring a freaking demon sculpture to the carnival? You know, they were all boycotting or like going against or cheering against the whole samba school because they were with like a huge sculpture of a demon, because for some reason in their story that they were telling, because in the carnival parade every samba school is telling a story, right? There was a chapter they wanted to talk about the demon or something, and then they had a crazy huge demon in there, and then all of the religious people were attacking everybody that was part of the samba school because they could not accept seeing a big car with a big demon on it. There we go, that was the story actually. But then of course from time to time they always attack the people that are like almost naked like, or like with not as many clothing and everything. But again, if the person is happy about that, let the person be, right? But yes, Yoda, I'm not surprised that many people are saying that Carnival is disrespectful to God. Yeah, anything can be disrespectful to also anybody else, right? So yeah, they are just, you know, maybe reacting too hardly on the matter too. What a snowflake. The video did talk about that, so maybe it was a video about this Samba school that had the car with a demon, and then all of the religions people were like shocked and they could not allow that to happen at all. It's like, you cannot mention the demon, or like... So you just ignore that, I don't know, that part of the religion you believe in? I can't stand people that want to push their beliefs on others' rights. Actually, today, when I was returning home, I mentioned that I went to the ice cream store, right? I went to the ice cream store with this one old lady from the Pilates course that wanted to eat an ice cream too, or a popsicle, and then she kind of was like telling me, let's go there, and then I went. But she's a very religious old lady. But thankfully she respects the others though, because she straight up asked me like, are you religious? And I was like, I actually don't have a religion, you know, I was truthful. But yeah, I was kind of worried about that situation because as I know she's very religious, she even was saying in the Pilates dinner, or like in the dinner that happened weeks ago, that she even got a priest to go to her home and bless her home because she felt like it had some sort of evil energy happening in her home. So, you know, she was very religious. But no, she wasn't alright about that. But at the same time, it feels weird when people are so interested on that regarding the others, right? Like, not that I wasn't expecting she to ask me that, you know, I could already see that she was very religious from like first impression, but still it's like, you know, does that matter? Like, why do you need to be asking me that? Or like, but she was alright, like it was not that she was mistreating me of any sort, it's just like she's so into that she's kind of like she needs to know, you know. While to me it's like whatever. Yeah, Brazil is mostly Catholic, and if I'm not mistaken, it is one of the most Catholic countries. Actually, that's not the survey that I read about. I think the survey that I read about was saying that Brazil has the biggest amount of people that believe in God. Yeah, it's like 80% plus of the population here that believe in a God. Maybe there are more Catholic countries out there, I'm not sure. But I remember reading this about Brazil being a country that has like 80% plus of people that believe in a God. Let's go through this cutscene again. Let's see if this time we can win this fight. But then it's so crazy how many times the most religious people are the ones that are the most disrespectful, especially towards other people's beliefs, you know. Even on the Big Brother Brazil that I was watching in the beginning of this year, it was like on national TV for everybody to see a situation where religion prejudice was happening. Like some of the people in the house, inside of the Big Brother house, they were afraid of the other person there because he had a different religion, like an African religion, and they were getting scared of like getting cursed or getting anything from that guy's prayings. And then that was on live TV that everybody could see that happening, you know. And then that caused a whole situation in the country too. So yeah, people don't respect other people, basically. Anyway, I think I'm going to head out. Oh no, you got a bit of a headache, man? Go get a warm shower. If you have like warm or hot water at home. Warm shower helps you to relax and probably get rid of a headache. then I don't know, like treat yourself some water too. Water is very good to deal with that. Maybe eat some fruits if you have an apple, for example, that's good too. And get some rest, of course. But I hope you can feel better, Death Dog. My first suggestion would be warm shower. It normally helps me with headaches too. But nice to see you, man. Have a good night and take care. Yeah, go for it, man. I'm not sure how hard is the headache, but if it is like a stressful one, for example, maybe it takes you stress, warm showers are very positive for that. I'm not kidding. The last time I had a headache, after the warm shower, I felt so much better. But water too. It could be helpful to like to hydrate, which by the way I should be doing too. So let's try this again and then of course focus on the boss, right? To be honest, I think I have just been looking at a screen for too long today. Oh no, man. So you do need to, get some rest then. And then hopefully tomorrow, I'm not sure if you have like free time tomorrow, but totally, spend some time outside. Especially because hopefully it's also getting warmer at your state in there. Like Nubble's state was getting warmer. How about you, Yoda? Is it getting warmer there? Because summer is coming up for you all, right? While winter isn't here. Yeah, like try going outside a little to like ease your mind too. But I can feel you. Like the other day I was it on Tuesday? I think it was on Tuesday. It was super raining here and then I could not see myself leaving home, so I was like watching YouTube, watching Naruto too, which by the way, Yoda, thankfully Naruto has still been giving me some important episodes and not really fillers, and I completed another arc in there. I think now I'm at season 5 of Shippuden. I guess I'm at like episode 90 or 80, but I think I got to 90 already. And the last big event in Naruto that I got to was like when they faced two members of the Akatsuki clan, right? And the one character that was super important was Shikamaru? Yeah, Shikamaru, right? That's his name. The strategist. Yeah, I finished watching the battles against those two Akatsuki members, where Shikamaru was very important. After something bad has happened. And then I completed that arc. And now they are back to Orochimaru now, right? Man, I gotta say that Naruto is very, very good, so I'm happy that I'm really watching it. I did have my problems before watching it, and my wrong impressions of the show as well, but now that I'm into the show, I'm really liking it. Some of those battles are very crazy, very creative, Of course, some things in there are very also hard to believe. For example, how people can easily get to the location where the battle has been happening to help their friends out. I think it's kind of like, no, there is no way you could find them that quickly or get to where they are that quickly, That makes no sense, but of course they were able to get there to help their friends and everything. Also, some characters could have had more progression or development in some of the fights, because sometimes it seems like they are there doing nothing. But overall, the battles are very good, thanks to their crazy abilities, plot twists, and weird moments as well. Have you got to Sasuke's big fight yet? Not against Naruto's team? Well, I got to a moment where Sasuke fought 1,000 people. That was actually one of the last episodes I watched. Because Orochimaru wanted to see how strong he was, so Sasuke fought 1,000 people. And won, without a scratch. And actually he did not kill anybody. Because he was like, those are not the people that I wanted to see dead. So that was the last Sasuke's big fight I saw. I mean, that was not really a big fight, I would say. Now I'm at the part where the team that has Kakashi, Kiba or Shiba, I mean, maybe it is pronounced like Shiba in English, I'm not sure, just like the character in Golden Sun here. But Kiba and Akamaru, right, the dog. Then the bug ninja, I don't remember his name right now. And also Hinata. They are searching for Orochimaru's hideout. Yeah, I'm at that part. While Naruto is healing in the village. I think Sasuke's hype moment is coming up soon, probably, because they are dealing with Sasuke and Orochimaru right now in the show. They found where they were, and then... well... and then now I think they will end up meeting Orochimaru again, and probably something else will happen, right? Naruto also learned about that situation because they were trying to keep it hidden from him, or like a secret, because Naruto was hurt, so he was... or he should not go into another fight before healing. But now he knows about it, and then he's probably going to help their friends again. But he's now training with the frogs, like the frog spirits, and also Jiraiya, right? But yeah, the show has been very good when it's not with the fillers. I also should say that I'm not really catching up with Tengoku or Oshinoko, because surprisingly I could not see or find the last episodes on my anime app, where I normally watch my animes. Even this week's Pokemon episodes, I still haven't found it in there. So because I couldn't see everything in there, I decided to go back to Naruto instead. You have to come with us and attest to that man's innocence. Okay, let's skip this, and also I should hurry up, because in half an hour my TV show starts, so I'm going to go offline. So let's see if we can finish this Briggs part, right? Okay, now I need to be more careful about this. And I will focus on what matters here. Actually, how strong is my physical attack? Because I also should spare my PPs to the healing. And I'm boosting Felix's attack. Shiba now has her PPs. Juggle was very strong, right? Yes, let's use Juggle with Shiba. Never mind, that was not too strong. Wild Wolf uses only 3 PPs, it causes a big damage. So I think Jenna can continue doing it. Let's try Saber Dance. We got the Dreamtide now. Let me help Jenna. Now Felix can heal himself. Oh my god. Jenna, can you kill him? That's your only option. No, I'm dead. What? A surprising character came back in Oshi? I'm super behind Yoda. It's probably like 4 or 5 episodes behind that I'm at now, right? Tengoku's that the characters discussing multiple wild theories part. I actually think I would like that one episode because I miss that. I miss the mysteries of Tengoku, right? Because it started becoming a lot of drama and weird drama as well. But yeah, I'm getting behind on those two shows, right? I'm only up to pretty much Demon Slayer. Even Pokemon, I'm either 1 or 2 episodes behind. Subway is asking me if I have my characters with good armors and weapons. I am. I was buying that in the beginning of the stream. Maybe I'm under-leveled, even though I kinda did not skip fights or anything. Do you think we should grind? We could grind too, right? But I did buy... Yes, I did buy them all sorts of things from the story here. I think Yoda was here when I was buying all of that, right? I did update them. So, the episode showing Tokito having similar backstory as Genya, right? I mean, I wouldn't say they are kinda the same. Were they at the same? Wait. Well, the last episode I watched was named Tokito, I think. No, maybe the next one is going to be named Tokito. But it was the episode that he was like a badass, basically. That he finally woke up from everything, and then he was like full of power for one reason. Never mind, you are correct. It was the same backstory as Genya, because now I remembered it. He was full of power because of that situation. Yes, you are correct. I now remembered everything. So indeed, I'm at that episode. And then he was badass after everything, right? Which makes me think he's not going to be alive by the end of the next episode. Because the next episode has his name on the title, right? Why do anime shows always like to go with some spoilery titles though? Naruto is full of them. It's like, The death of this one character. I remember that one episode's just starting and then they were saying the title of it, right? The death of this guy. I'm like, are you kidding me? And then I don't know, they always spoil everything on the title, right? They did that in Senseiya too. It is so dumb. I mean, maybe Tokto won't die, but you know, when his name is on the title, it sounds like a goodbye. This is better than the titles of Dragon Ball Z. I'm going to eat you. Is that a title from an episode from Majin Buu? Probably, right? I'm going to eat you? Oh boy. Suzume. Suzume is the name of the girl, I think, right? From the movie. It is a better title then. It is more mysterious. Just like, I don't know, Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, you know? It is not spoiling anything, per se. Okay, so Subaru is saying yeah. That's a good title, or kind of. It could be about cannibalism, or it could be about candies, right? I'll never forget that I did see once, I don't know, a movie compilation, or maybe to say a Dragon Ball Z compilation, right? Like a video compilation of Majin Buu eating everybody pretty much, while that one song was being played. I'll take you to the candy shop. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. I'll take you to the candy shop. Who sings that again? I forgot, but I always, or maybe I should say I never forgot that one movie compilation on YouTube was. That montage, right? Okay, I'm healed, but I only have 20 minutes. I mean, okay, last attempt. If I die, then I cannot do this today, right? The Demon Slayer opening shows Tokito throwing a new sword to Tanjiro. I do remember that, yes. I noticed that too. It was the one sword that the freaking Smithy has been trying to finish with all he got, right? So maybe he won't die soon, but he could die once he meets Tanjiro again, right? But I just wanna know, where is the Love Hashira right now, right? What is she doing? Yeah, he transforms a whole population of a city into candies. He does that 2 times. In one, he transforms them into chocolate bars, and in the other one into like candy balls, right? I do remember all of that. And man, Yoda, the Demon Slayer opening on this season, it is so damn good. Could it be my favorite opening this season? Maybe. Like the song, it just grows on me. I still prefer the first opening, of course, but this one is very good too. People may criticize the current season and everything by saying that, oh, the villains are not too strong, oh, the villains are weird, I don't care. But the opening is not behind. It is so good. I wonder if the anime cover band that is like popular in my city, right? When I go to an anime event, they normally are there. For example, in the Towel Day, they were in the free anime event, right? Which was the only thing I regretted not checking out in that event. But I wonder if they will learn or sing that song. I hope they do. It would fit as an opening for Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D is so like after the Yu-Gi-Oh seasons I have checked out or watched, I actually stopped once Yu-Gi was not a thing anymore. So I don't know how Yu-Gi-Oh sounds today, right? Besides what I have seen Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, the game, that I even stopped playing, not because I didn't like it, but it's because, I don't know, I got distracted and then I never really returned to it. I'm not sure how to strategize in here, right? Because I don't have defensive skills. But now I know that Wild Wolf is very good against Briggs. Can I paralyze Briggs? I couldn't. We are getting the Dreamtide crits. Man, 3 times in a row. Let's go and use Cure on Jenna. Wild Wolf. Let's try Blitz again. Now they're healing, I'm also healing. I'm healing myself now. Wild Wolf forever, and I can summon Jupiter again. Shiba is dead. Let's go with Cure Well on Jenna. Wild Wolf. Jenna is dead. Man, they are so damn strong. Cure Well on myself. They are strong and fast! Okay. I'm probably completely underleveled, so... we are going to grind next time, I guess. That's so disappointing, right? It was 50 Cent? Oh yeah, 50 Cent was the singer, right, of Candy Shop? It would fit as an opening for Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D, yeah, as I haven't watched any Yu-Gi-Oh! Season after Yu-Gi-Moto seasons, right? I also haven't watched the end of it. I was kinda challenging myself to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Up to the end. Oh wait, now I actually need to heal myself. Otherwise the random encounters will kill me, right? But honestly, when it was kinda getting to the end, it was so boring, the episodes. Like, the episodes got so boring that I could not finish that. When they were finally hyping up to, like, answer what was the mystery of the Millennium Puzzle and everything, I don't know, it sounded so bad that I couldn't really keep on watching that. I know it gets better after that, but I really got stuck in there. By the way, I'm not sure if I will stream tomorrow, but there is a chance. Maybe I should play this game again, I'm not sure. As I also wanna go... oh yes, I kinda brought that up, but I haven't said anything, right? I also kinda wanna try my theory for Sable too. but I feel like this game has been in the wait for like the longest, and I haven't been doing lots of it tonight, right? So maybe I should play it more tomorrow in case it's stream, but tomorrow I need to do some house cleaning, and yes, I need to see how that goes, because probably in the weekend I won't have time to do house cleaning, and my dad is probably coming back here on Monday. Also, hi Pilot, what's up, man? I was kind of talking about Fantasian earlier today to the others, right? Actually, Pilot, the other day I was checking if you were going to stream the beginner's guide, but you were playing Fantasian, but once I was like preparing myself to join your stream, you went the stream. So I kinda lost that, but what's up, man? I think it was like an hour long stream you had or something, maybe on Tuesday. Yugi has to fight against the 3 god cards at the same time in the final fight. Do you mean Yugi or Yami Yugi? Because I kinda know that there is a Yugi versus Yami Yugi fight, right? That's the one thing I still needed to check out. Most of my streams are about 1.5 to 2 hours. I think you were there for a while though. Probably close to an hour. Actually, no, I was there in the end. I saw you were streaming on my phone, and then suddenly, oh, he's streaming, okay, let me stop by, and then suddenly once I went to my computer, I was turning everything on, you finished it. So I was kinda too late, right? Oh no, you were talking about the one stream I ended up catching you. Okay, yeah, that one was great. I was able to stop by there. But I'm talking about another stream you had on the week, but I could not get you there because you were finishing it, or you actually finished that before I could get there. But I was wondering when you were going to play the beginner's guide, right? As you kind of gave me some ideas of like, oh, it's probably going to happen on Tuesday or something. That was a quiet stream, because Fantasian doesn't bring all of the boys to the yard. The boys are missing out, because I did like that game. I was kind of telling the others a little bit about it, right? On how it had that very good song when you stopped it in that freaking mechanical dungeon that had the fax printer's sound effect that I loved. You're going to play it. Oh, okay, so you're going to play it after it. Alright. As a bit of an RPG break. Alright then, okay. I was kind of thinking you were going to play it this week, you know, because it is like a game you can beat in a single stream. It is a short game, right? It is a narrative game too. Yeah, that song that song was such a good one. It was so creative, right? The freaking sound effects. Yeah, and it's because of the Final Fantasy composer that's in the game, right? Super Mario RPG, okay. But honestly, Pilot, I will be very honest to you, man. I don't think you like Super Mario RPG, and that's all good. Because, I don't know, I think your game taste has changed a lot. I don't think you like it though, but that's okay. You can quit and ditch the game, and there is no problem, right, about that. And you wouldn't be the first person that wouldn't like it. I have seen other streamers trying it, and then they could not really get it because it kind of gets repetitive. Yeah, maybe you'll get to a point that you feel like the game is being repetitive. I'm not sure. But who knows, maybe I'm wrong. My intent is to give every game 3 streams as a chance. Up to 3 streams I think you like the game. but like more to like half to end game, it could get a little bit more repetitive, I'm not sure. But we'll see, right? We'll see. Let's just wait and see how it goes for you. If I'm not enjoying it after three streams, then I will give it up, yeah. It sounds like my friend that watches the first episode of animes, and then if it doesn't get to him, then he stops in there, but if it gets to him, then he gets to like 3 episodes or so, and then he decides to continue watching it all or quitting it too, right? But he does tell himself to watch at least the first episode of every new anime in the seasons, so he can have like a good idea of what's going on with the new shows. As I'm not that patient, then I wait for him to do it and then tell me, hey, what are the best animes currently right now? And then I get his recommendations and then I go and watch them too, right? Let me have 2 more fights in here and then I will call it. So, changing the topic a little but not fully. Some streams ago I kinda mentioned that I was watching Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door streams, or like videos on YouTube, because it was like a clip or a highlight from a Twitch stream that was on YouTube, right? From this streamer called Lauren the Flute. That is, I think, a friend of Scapluni as well, as they are both like video game musicians. But yes, I was watching some of her Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door streams, and I was like not sure if I would go back to the beginning of her playthrough or anything. I ended up doing it. And now I'm kind of also waiting for more episodes, because it's kind of giving me some nostalgia on Paper Mario games. And I'm also kinda starting to see why Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door is like the most popular one, even though my personal favorite is the first. It's really because of the battle mechanic. Like, the battle mechanic in Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door is so full of things and details and mechanics that it is quite amusing and unique as well. Like, it's sad that there aren't many battle mechanics that are as fun as the ones in that one game. And you know, I mean, I'm not sure if you guys have seen Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door that much, but I'm also not sure if I should spoil that, maybe not. But it's because it has an extra feature that is so random, and then that impacts in the fight. Yeah, it's that extra feature, it's pretty much what differs it from the first game. Because I also love the first game so much, right? Because it keeps the same tradition as Super Mario RPG regarding the battle mechanics. But the Thousand Year Door gives it another level, right? It gives it another take, pretty much. That's way more fun and complex. But then the plot, I still prefer the plot of the first game though. Lazier approach, just watch the opening instead of the episodes. I mean, if that was the case, then more people would be watching Paripi Komi, right? Or Ya Boy Kongming, because that had the best opening of the last season of animes. Or maybe I should say last year. A counterpoint to Yoda never watched the opening. The Pokemon Go anime friend, he skips all of the openings. He does that. As way too many shows give away the entire plot in the opening, that is kinda true. Yoda himself was bringing up some plot predictions regarding Demon Slayer thanks to the opening. Well, if that happens, then that's what the directors intend. That reminded me of Summertime Rendering second opening. Yeah, that opening was so full of spoilers, right? But guys, I could not finish the exploration of this city because surprisingly we are underleveled, or like we are getting beaten up by the bosses in there. So next time, maybe tomorrow, if not then maybe next week. Although to be fair, I think if it gets to Monday and then I'm streaming, oh no, although my dad will be here on Monday, right? Oh yeah. Okay, maybe I won't be able to stream on like early next week, right? But Wednesday maybe. But what I was trying to say is that I'm also really feeling like playing Sable again. And I ended up not saying what I was wanting to say, so let me do it very quickly in those 2 minutes. I have now a theory that maybe the spot where the mask is in Sable is in the well. And why do I say that? Because where Mass is in Acria, and then he's like, hey, I need you to find this one, Shadow of Acria's mask. He says that we should look for the mark, and next to him there is like a mark on the wall, and only after watching my VOD with attention, I realized that that mark could be like a map or like a drawing of the well that's not in the city, and then that would explain why we couldn't really find the mask in the city, right? Because it's not in there. Not to mention that he tells us that we should be getting wet by swimming. If you go to the well, probably there will be water and swimming. And also, it's called the thieving magpie well, right? Thieving. This mask is like of a thief, I think, or a thief. And then to combine all of that, he says that we should go to the gate of the city and look for the mark. If we go to the gate, it means that maybe it is not in the city. Maybe he wants us to go into other directions around the city and look for the mark. The mark was what he showed us on the wall next to him. That looked like the well after I paid attention to it, because it is all circular and round, full of depth, or like full of different levels, right? The well was like that. It was a big circle that had like circle stairs that would go deeper and deeper. So now my theory is that that mask is in the freaking well that we still haven't explored. So hopefully I'm correct, because if that's wrong then I have no clue where is that mask, right? But anyway, that's going to be it for me, guys, because I will go watch the crime documentary show that's starting right now at this minute. And I may be back either Wednesday, I don't know, maybe tomorrow, with either this or Sable. We'll see how it goes, but thank you so much everybody for stopping by. Have a good night, take care, and I see you then. Good night.